Hello, 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 hello. How is everyone doing today? Hope everyone is good. We got our part 2 of Arknights event tonight. Gonna be jumping in where we left off, got up to chapter 3. I also did some grinding while we were off stream. And I managed to get, I think Blaze is now E150. Not this Blaze. That Blaze is huge. I mean, this Blaze. Yeah. So I've gotten Blaze up to E150, which is very nice. And we also have you. I thought that we also had you at 50. Do I not have you at 50? I thought... Oh, use at 46. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, we need... Okay, we need all resources. That's fine, though. That's fine. So yeah, we'll be able to use Blaze for the next few levels until we hit the E2 area where we're going to have to switch everyone out and put in our A team. But it should be good, should be good. Is there anything? Okay, the dailies will reset. I'll get a free reroll in 30 minutes. I think that's all good. Yeah, I'll worry about this upkeep later. Let's just jump straight in, I reckon. I reckon we just jump straight into it. I haven't put any levels into the side character, Surfer. We haven't even seen Surfer. I wonder if she's actually going to show up here. She actually looks like she's got like the highlights that Shu does, like the yellow highlights in her hair. Obviously much more subtle, but yeah. I wonder. Maybe she'll turn up. Maybe she will. Alright, Operation 4. Pickled pot herb mustard. Place the vegetables in the pot and seal the lid. You know when it's time when the lid can no longer keep the aroma contained. Ah. Okay. Oh, we've got 2 zones, so we're probably going to need 2 tanks. Okay. Let's get Vigner out of here and bring in another tank. Bring in Liscum. Does this also mean we need 2 healers, maybe? Yeah, we might need another healer. We're gonna pull Cutter out. And let's bring another healer. Cool. 2 offensive healers. My healers never just heal, they're always on the offensive. Ah. Mannered server. Welcome to Ding Feng Lo. Oh, wow. Okay. This is fancy. Wow. So this is a place everyone's talking about. Are you nervous? Huh? Don't think I should be. The competition is nigh, and yet I feel apprehensive somehow. I mean... Nothing to fear, the young chef said it was fine. Besides, it's not like we're trying to be cooks here. We're just on the hunt for that legendary chef, right? To ask him for his tangerine cake recipe. Cold comfort, but I suppose at this point, that's all I'm getting. What's up, Knight? How's it going? It's about time. All spectators, please remain here for now. Competitors, follow me. If you get anything difficult thrown at you, don't bluster. Just keep calm and think. There's always a way. Relax, okay? I'll see you. Oh, she's gonna fumble. She's gonna fumble immediately. As soon as they say make a dish without noodles, it's all over. Please, sit. While I know you're here for the exam, you're still one of our guests. Please, let me offer you some tea first. The examiner picks up the teapot from the table and pours Blaze some tea. Her nose is immediately filled with the fresh, sweet scent. For a competition, you're all being pretty friendly here. Well, can't say I haven't been thirsty. Thanks. Blaze grabs the teacup and drinks it up. As she does, the examiner places a pen and paper before her. This pot of tea is infused with several ingredients. Please write them down. Oh my god, this is exactly like MasterChef, where they have to eat something and they're like, alright, now tell me, what was in that dish? Name all 20 ingredients. If you get one wrong, you go home. Not great? Oh no, Knight. What's the matter? What's going on? Oh no. Oh no. What? Blaze glances down at her cup. Naught but a bead of tea left on the side. She looks up at the examiner, polite smile still plastered over his face. Could I, have another cup? She's doomed. It's all ogre. All ogre for Blaze. Today looks like a bust to me. I've gone through dozens of people since morning and nobody's even passed the first stage. Our head chef is being too harsh on them. It's like a revolving door over there. No one can last longer than a minute. A chef's third eye is their tongue. If their tongue's not good enough, they can't be that good a chef. So no point wasting the head chef's time if they can't even pass stage 1. May as well send him home sooner. Hey, excuse me, madam. This is the kitchen. Are you... Oh. Judicial Review Office investigation. If I could have both your assistants. Keep calm. Keep calm. What did Mechanus tell you? The human tongue can only taste 4 flavors, but the nose can tell between over 100. Not that I ever smelled anything from his machine oil moonshine, though. Blaze gingerly cradles her cooling teacup once more and takes a careful sniff of what aroma remains. Oh, you've got exams at the moment? Oh no, and it's going pretty bad. Ooh, what exams? What exams are we talking? Are we talking year 11, 12 exams? Are we talking university exams? Cyver, what's up? What's up? How's it going, man? Smells flowery. That's probably jasmine. No, not just jasmine. There's a kind of... Right, chrysanthemum. Just like the table tea at the young chef's place. Okay, aside from that, there was definitely a sweet, sour kind of flavor as I drank it. None of the initial flavors were sour, so what was that aftertaste? Sweet acid and a little puckery? Kind of familiar. Puckery. I've never described something as puckery. Oh, it's for high school? Don't sweat it, my dude. Don't sweat it. Unless you're planning on becoming a doctor or going into the legal profession, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I'll let you know. I basically completely flunked my year 12 exams. Like, I'm pretty sure it was a fail grade. And I was fine. I was fine. I now have a good job. So you'll be fine, man. You'll be fine. Also, again, it might give you some time to think about what you want to do in the future as well when it starts like university time. So either resetting my brain? What are you resetting your brain from? Oh, are you trying to reset it from Uma Musume? Oh, speaking of, I did watch some of the anime today. I watched 3 episodes, I think. I'm gonna be honest, freaking Haru Urara, absolutely like out of breath and struggling for her life in the first race was great. I love that. Why'd you want me to try this plum wine anyway? It's a specialty here in Baizhou, you see. There's a plum forest north of the city. When summer sets in June and the plums are fresh and ripe, the people pick them to steep in wine. Ideally, a Zion wine. A Zihan wine? Wine made from mosats like this just has a particular flavor to it. It goes perfect with plum. Plum wine? Oh my god. Actually, I need to find a place that sells plum wine. I assume it's not that hard to find. Steep it for about 3 months and it's ready just in time for mid-autumn. Starting from season 1? Yes, I am. Nah, I thought I'd start exactly where it started from, man. I thought I could skip to season 2, but nah, I'll go in. I'll start from the very beginning. I can already see the differences in animation, though, from season 1, like the running animations, compared to the running animations in, like, season 2 or 3. They step up their game significantly. Plum wine, huh? So it's got a history. Earlier you asked me what happened to all the people we lost building Bai Zhao, right? I wouldn't say it's got history, really. It just strikes me. During those awful times back then, pickled plums were a worker's staple. And some years after finishing Bai Zhao, that plum forest sprang up in the mountains north of us. No one knows exactly when it did, nor who planted it. So it's a way of remembering them, kind of. At least they were never forgotten. Once the plums are ripe next year, we can go to the mountains to see together. How many pulls did it take me to get you? It was my first 10 pulls. First 10 pulls got you, and then I rolled another like 40 or 50 times and got Blaze. Yeah, I can see being in an Asian family, maybe there's a little bit higher expectations of that. Yeah, I can kind of see that. I had a lot of friends in high school that had those kind of pressures. Rip, dude. Here's my answer. Jasmine, chrysanthemum, green plum, Mount Tian blossom, rock sugar. Xiaohan wine. I've heard there's a plum forest north of Bai Zhao. The plums in June get brewed for mid-autumn. I'm guessing the plums in this were pickled earlier than that, which is why there's still a mouth-puckering taste in it. What is a mouth-puckering taste? Is she just meaning sour? Is that what that means? The alcohol steamed away while boiling the tea and left just the sweet sourness of the plum. Oh, yeah, it is sourness. Plus the mild and subtle aroma from the flower. It wasn't obvious when I drank it down, but the aftertaste really stays with you. I'd really like another cup. Identifying the first few flavors is reasonable enough, but you're the first one today who's been able to point out the use of Xiaohan wine. So, I'm right? Are you not sure about your own answer? No. No, of course not. Of course I don't. Then congratulations on passing the first stage. Please, follow me upstairs. From the rear hall sounds a gong, and the doors next to Blaze yawn open. First stage? How long is this thing? Here you are, madam. The list of chefs at Dingfeng Lo. If you don't mind me asking, what are you investigating exactly? The case is confidential. I'm not at leisure to tell you for now. Okay. The head chef here, their name is Mo Bufu? Yes, I don't think there's a cook in Bai Zhao who doesn't know of Chef Mo. Do you know what his occupation was prior to Dingfeng Lo? That I have no idea. Chef Mo arrived just under 10 years ago. Not quite a long time, but not short either. His cooking skills are the real deal. They're sublime. Almost straight away he succeeded the previous head chef. Where is he now? I need to see him. I'm really sorry, but he's holding an exam right at this moment. There's no way he can meet you. Exam? What exam? You could call it an enrollment exam for Dingfeng Lo. It only happens once every few years. If you're interested, we're televising it right here. That contestant. Blaze? She escaped the room. 1 to 3 season just for story, but when it starts... Oh, so the OVAs and movies is where the budget really starts? Okay, okay. You're not even gonna try and get you and Blaze Alter? Damn. I don't even know who comes after them, to be honest with you. But I did pretty much get to the bottom of my Originium pool, so I am broke right now. You're saving, but you don't know why. There'll be something on the horizon, man. Something will be there. Isn't this a restaurant? How come this room's set up like a study? In its centuries of history, Dingfeng Lo has hosted countless reputed celebrities. We set aside this room to safekeep any pieces of calligraphy or painting gifted by them. Delicacies, calligraphies, paintings, all are works of art that take years of practicing. Blaze looks up and around. Hundreds upon thousands of silk threads hang from the ceiling, a wooden placard tied to each one, resembling a curtain. All of these are names of dishes? As you're no doubt aware, Dingfeng Lo is hiring chefs in the run-up to the Feast of 100 Delicacies. This calls for cooks who are not just culinary skilled, but who grasp the significances behind the dishes they make. Every dish here originates from a past feast of 100 delicacies. Pick one placard and tell me the dish's history. That is today's second stage. From the feasts? How the hell should I know any of these? Oh, whatever, I've gotten this far. Blaze closes her eyes and swipes one down. The neighboring placards clatter against each other as if an endless wind chime. What's this? Medley of whites? Oh, saving for a Blana? Okay, I can see why you'd want to do that. Your favorite of Uma Musume is season 2. It goes hard with the story. Ooh, because the season 2 story is, oh my god, is the assassin? I'm forgetting her name right now for some reason. Is the assassin in Bourbon, right? Blaze barely knows how to cook anything. Passing the first stage was already a miracle. She spent basically her whole life in Victoria. How could she possibly know any of these stories? Blaze, I really wish I could help you. You have a time limit. Do you know the origin of this dish? About 50 years ago, give or take, Yan's Grand Preceptor presented the true lung with a dish, the simplest, plainest stewed radishes. But the special thing was, the radishes she used came from all over the land, and each one had a massively different flavor and texture. But having been stewed for long enough, they absorbed enough broth and were all equally tasty. I hear Yan's always put education first, but because the country's so big, and every city has wildly different circumstances anyway, the farther you go out, the harder it is for students to really achieve. The Grand Preceptor was trying to tell the True Lung that every student, no matter their background, should have equal opportunity. The True Lung took the Grand Preceptor's advice, advocated hard for educational reform, tore down any regional restrictions and brought equality to educational resources. The next year, when Baizhou Academy announced its successful applicants, students from remote regions made up more than half of the 1,000+ that qualified. In the decades after that, the Tianqi's buried in their bureau's books, the students studying like hell in their academies, all of them thanked the Grand Preceptor for boldly advising. That, if I'm not mistaken, is what Medley of Whites represents. Blaze senses the spectators stop chattering. She's not wrong. Everyone is nervously watching her right this moment. Wait, the most emotional is about Teo? Bro, Teo is like... She's definitely giving me already those kind of vibes from season 1, I'm gonna be honest. She's definitely giving me those vibes. That she's gonna have an amazing story. I hope it's amazing. I hope it's not tragic. If it's tragic, oh god. By the way, where are you from? Australia. Yes, Australia. How did Blaze know that? And why would the exam writer leave the name of this dish in there? You don't just mention her, not in front of everyone. Oh, the person is known. Oh, is this the person whose name was struck from records, essentially? Okay. Blaze might be in trouble here, then. Did I, say something wrong? Interesting. The voice descends from a few meters above. Blaze stares up above her, but doesn't see anyone. A foot lands on a stair-step plank with a dull thud, subdued yet powerful, the kind nobody could miss. It approaches closer and closer until Blaze can finally make out who it is. A stern and solemn man, far older than her, alighting from his long stairwell. After so many years, I didn't think anyone would remember this. Nice to meet you. The story you've told is far older than you. Girl, how come you know it? Well, someone from my family told me it a long, long time ago. He said he was one of those students in poverty all the way back then. To know the spring of your water, I imagine your relative was a grateful and righteous man. But as for you, just what motive brought you here? Well, I'm here to compete, of course. Seeing as you've made it here, I'll give you one chance. Final stage, no frills, no fuss. Make me a dish. Come. Time to whip up those noodles. No, it's not tragic. Good. Good. Oh, yeah, you could just, Cyver, you could just use the W's, man. I am very familiar with the Japanese in particular using W as their, like, laughing thing. And that's, I think I know the history of that, right? It's W because W looks like grass, and the word for grass is, like, the word for laughing or something. I'm pretty sure, or very similar. So yeah, go for it. Go for it. Also, when did you start playing Arknights? Oh god. I came back, so I played like pretty early on, but I only played up to like chapter 2. Chapter 2, and then I dropped the game for a very long time, and I didn't come back to the game until I think it was the Null Light event. So however long ago that was, the first running of it, not the repeat. I came back for the Null Light event, and then ever since then I've played pretty much non-stop. Every single event that's come out, I've completed the main story. Yeah. For Japan, yes. For Indonesia, it's WK. Ah, okay. I see. What's the history behind WK then? What's the meaning behind that? Too early for dinner time. The restaurant is almost empty save for a couple of diners. There's no waiters, no proprietor, and even the kitchen is quiet. Excuse me. You, young man, help me out. I was in a hurry this morning and forgot my money. You're a well-to-do boy. Anyone can tell. Be a kind man. Spot me a little. I'm not here to rip you off. Here, take this family jade for now. Once I grab the money later, I'll pay you back. Not that I mind lending you, but couldn't you just tell the owner instead? We're total strangers. How would you find me and pay me back? No. You see, this jade is not your average thing. It's not fit for just anyone to take. I'm only entrusting it to you because I can tell. You've got a rare air about you. Oh, alright. Zhuao Li rummages for some loose coins in his pocket and hands them to the diner, whose face immediately broadens with delight. When do you plan to pay me back? Where would we meet? We'll meet if we do, and if we won't... we'll meet if we do, and we won't if we don't. And if we don't, you can just go ahead and pawn this jade off. Relax. You've made a favorable deal today, young sir. So saying, the diner is gone out of the restaurant door in a blink, disappearing into the crowds in before it's not jade. Pawn it off. It's not going to be jade, guarantee it. WK is from the dialect of the sound of laughter. It comes from two words. First, you, slang for I, and katawa, laugh. So in full, you katawa, I laugh. Ah, I see. So you get the W sound from the gu sound. Woo, gu katawa. Ah. Okay, that's cool. Well, you learn something new every day. There you go. There's my dish. Pretty good job, wouldn't you say? Longevity noodles. Mobufu's hand rests on the table, chopsticks in his grasp. For a while, silence before he finally picks up the spoon and tries a mouthful of soup. Blaze examines Chef Mo's face closely, but the satisfied look she's hoping for simply does not blossom across the old man's face. These noodles, this soup base, who taught you this? It was this tiny little chef. I really put my back into learning it too. The owner of Savers at Yuuuuuuuuuuuuu. Who is he to you? How come you know? I thought so. The disgrace of him. Huh? I see he has talent and give him the chance to display his skills. He's not grateful for that, fine. But now he even sends an amateur to humiliate me. Damn. Blaze getting called out. What's happening? Blaze finished it up with no trouble. Nothing should be wrong with the flavor. Does Mobufu know the young chef somehow? You got some sort of streaming schedule, or is it just random? I try to do Tuesdays through Thursdays. Friday I can't do because I'm doing Magic the Gathering in person. So Magic Fridays. Saturdays and Sundays I stream, and then Mondays I usually take a day off. Depending how far we get through this story, though, we might stream Monday to finish off this Arknights story. But yeah, it's pretty much the same schedule, and it's this time all the time. I don't really stream outside of these hours. Wait, okay, hold on. I'm sorry. I know you could probably tell I suck at cooking at a glance, but I didn't come so I could wreck your competition. I just have a question that only you can answer. I grew up in Victoria, see, and this relative of mine who lived far away in Yan would always send me these tangerine cakes. They were so sweet and tasty. I've been on the hunt ever since I came to Baizhou, but I still haven't found that flavor. I was thinking, since you're the best chef in all of Baizhou, maybe you would know. A single pastry. You thought it was worth entering this competition to meet me over a single pastry. I have tons of other questions still, but this is the only one I can solve on my own. This is the one clue, the one link I have to my family. You. The greatest taboo when making tangerine cakes is to blindly add sugar. That is to mask the poorness of your craft and ingredients with sweetness. I don't know of anyone skilled enough to make tangerine cakes that are sweet and yet taste good on their own. You've asked your question, now go. Wait. A muffled sound from above interrupts the two. Blaze and Mobufu look up at the same time, but both of their faces get struck by something wet. Why is it leaking in here? Leaking? If that's oil and a fire's about to break out, uh-oh. No. This is oil. Oh my god, I called it! It is oil! Oh my god, a fire's about to start. Guarantee it. And the moment she says it, the lamp suspended from the dome ignites in a blink, becoming a fireball. Get out of here! Oh, she's perfectly suited for this! Oh my god! She's going to be able to use her skills to get everyone out safely. Believe. Yeah, man. Freaking in-person Magic the Gathering. And next Friday, we've got pre-release of the new set. I'm actually pretty hyped for it, man. Apparently, the place I go to gets a pretty big turnout for it, too. Is this guy going up here? Okay. I'm also planning on streaming a couple of drafts, probably on the release date of the new Magic the Gathering set. So that should be kind of cool. It also helps me learn for future drafts for that set too. Oh, I didn't add Blaze into our crew. Oops, mistake. Yeah. She doesn't seem very good on her own. I looked in her stats and she doesn't seem well worth it. Yeah, I feel like there's going to be some disgusting combo you can do with another character though. I guarantee there's a disgusting combo you can do. I haven't tested her out yet, so I'll test her out in the next one and see how she actually is. Oh, we still have the Thunder guy. We probably need to get rid of him. He is a very low level. Get healing, get healing. Don't kill Click. Click is fine. Nice. Oh, that guy's unblockable? What? Okay, that's new. So wait, what does that mean? I probably should have read this new... I assume as something popped up and told me what these new enemies do. I just don't know what they do. He's going up here. Oh, they deposit? Okay. That goes down, spawns a bunch of these. Oh, and then we struggle to turn them back. Okay. Okay. Let's get Gitano out here. More AoE. So are these completely unblockable? So if this guy comes back... Let's send the dragon out. Oh my god, what happens when they hit each other? Oh, their dragon gets taken out. Lol. Their dragon is weaker, confirmed. Okay, well, let's just drop a melee unit in front of this. Dead. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, that's unfortunate. We are going to have to redo that stage, but we'll redo it later. To get that 3-star. Watch out! What even? Flames burst forth above their heads, raining cinders down from the ceiling, igniting the flour and oil atop the stove. In an instant, the kitchen is a sea of fire. This is an assassination attempt, I guarantee you. You! Go! I'll be fine. Cover your mouth and nose. Don't talk. I'm not too good with this move yet. Let's give it a try. Excuse me. Just duck. Blaze grabs a knife, then slices her palm open. Gradually, a whirlwind forms in Blaze's hand, then expands straight outward into a blast wave. Oh, so this is how she became a Sork? Okay. The violent surge of air sweeps the whole room. In a blink, she puts the fire out and strewn the cookware about in shambles. So wait, she's basically using her own blood? Does that mean every time she's casting, she's having to injure herself? Oh my god, she actually does. Oh, her skill actually uses her HP, I remember now. Oh my god, okay, that's so thematic, that's amazing. What a skill you have. Could you be... Doxy? You're welcome. Looking up again, Blaze sees the lamp's frame is charred black, red hot metal peeking through the burnt coating. It's on the verge of falling. Mobufu, move! Blaze grabs the old man's arm, trying to pull him to one side, but the lamp's already falling. With a stifled crack of thunder, the remains of the fixture are abruptly flung to one side and smashed against the wall. Are you alright there? Lizzie? What are you doing here? Maybe I should ask you, what are you doing here? But we can talk about you later. Could this be a repeat of the Dingfeng Lo fire last month? Ling Qingyan scans her surroundings. The kitchen chefs are in a frenzied jumble, but her gaze quickly locks onto a masked figure among them, who seems to meet her gaze, then turns and vanishes into the crowd. Blaze, stay here. Keep Mobufu safe. Hey, where are you going? Jeez, this smoke is killing me. On that pillar there, there's a breaker. There's, a lot of them here. Which one do I pull? All of them, just all of them. Flitting like a fowl, Lin Qingyan as her target cornered in just a few spry steps. Mere meters separate them, but so smoky is the air that she can't quite make out their silhouette. Just as he makes to run again, a thunderclap strikes next to his feet. Hold it! Move another inch and the next bolt is hitting your head. Answer my questions. Why set fire to Dingfeng Lo? Is your target Mobufu or someone else? All the previous incidents, they were your doing too, weren't they? Also the scrollery? You and your accomplices must have some aim in all these actions. What is it? Not talking. Then I'll take you back to the Judicial Review Office for a nice long questioning. Deputy Minister Lin, surely you wouldn't ask if you didn't know the answer already. Can you not see the truth, or do you simply pretend you can't because you don't dare to? What? The office is a good place, but I don't plan on visiting it for now. Besides, when your will wavers, the thunder you throw isn't so frightening. It's time you opened your eyes. Wait. And with that, the masked figure is on the move. Just as Lin would give chase, the ceiling sprinklers start up out of nowhere. Ice-cold water pours down, soaking her head to foot. Lizzie, you alright? Damn it. You know what? I'm gonna start pulling for you and Blaze. Wait, you've got 500 pulls? What? Bro, what were you saving for? Oh, wait, no. I was thinking like Honkai Star Rail, it's worth getting the duplicates, but in this game, the duplicates aren't even that great. What? What? 500 rolls? The fuck? For your information, Blaze in this altar is 40 years old. Yeah, right, dear. I found that out yesterday, and she did that massive, what was it, 18-story leap, and I was like, damn, for a 40-year-old, she's doing pretty good, man. She's doing pretty good. The customers are all safely out of the way. There's just a few in shock. Thank goodness no one was injured. We've reported it to the authorities. The Mandarin should be here any moment. Don't we have a Mandarin here already? Head chef, you're... I'm fine. I owe it to this girl. There's nothing left for you to do here. Go on, go home. Once the chefs leave, Lin locks the door to the room. Mr. Mo, if I could have a word or two with you. You know this girl, madam? She's a friend of mine. Chef Mo, she's on the trail of a really important case. Would it be alright if you, tried to answer her questions? I don't know what... I don't like what the Mandarins get up to, but I don't like to spurn a favor either. You saved my life today, and that's more favor than I'll ever repay. Go ahead then, ask away. I'm looking for one of your restaurant's chefs. He's a witness in a case. I believe 10 years ago he was working in the Ministry of Justice Death Row prison, making last meals for convicts. A chef who only makes last meals? How exactly did he pass the Dingfeng Lo exams? Ding Feng Lo serves all manner of mandarins every year at the Feast of the 100 Delicacies. That means every chef's background must be clear as day for the record. I imagine he shouldn't be hard to find. What exactly do you want me to say, madam? First, my restaurant catches fire for no reason. Now you say we have a chef who made meals for dead men. Should I even bother to open Ding Feng Lo again? I understand your situation, sir. That's why I'm choosing to ask you these things in private. Whatever. It's not like I can't admit to my own past. The chef you're looking for, the death row caterer Mo Zhao Liu, that was me. Oh, it was him. What? I thought so. And making last meals is nothing shameful. The powerful need to eat, and so do the powerless. My cooking skills come from that prison, making last meals for death row convicts from all corners of the country. As for changing my name and hiding my identity, I just didn't want to make any trouble for this restaurant. I'm beginning to sort of admire you. Do you remember 10 years ago, a convict admitted to the prison by the name of Gu Chuan? If you don't remember the name, you should at least remember that some decades ago, he was the one and only person to be released from death row. What? Wait, you mean my dad? Why'd my dad get the death penalty? Blaze! She just leaked who she is. Blaze, god damn it, Blaze. I was saving for Ablana, Monster, Exu Alter, and Lumen Low. Also maybe Entelechia. I know all of them except Entelechia. I don't know who that is. Okay, but yeah, I could see that. Especially if you're not getting much time to play the game now because you're in exam mode. Yeah, you're gonna need as many resources as you can keep a hold of. By the way, are you still playing Girls Frontline 2? I kind of did give it up a little bit. The story wasn't catching me as much as I hoped it would. Yeah, so I haven't really jumped back in at all to that game, and I don't really have any plans to jump back into that game, to be honest with you. I did enjoy it on release though. It was fun. I did like Swomi's story. But then I think the last story I played was... Oh, who was it? It was like the commander of one of the squads. The chick that rides the bike. I can't remember her name. But that story was it was not very interesting to me. And kind of sealed the deal for me not returning to the game. But, yeah. It's also a time thing, right? I've got Arknights stuff. I've got Honkai stuff. So, yeah. You mean Gu Chuan? He was your father? Yeah? So you remember him? I do. All too well. I spent so many years in there making last meals. I met countless horrific scoundrels, endless connivers. As each one of them ate before they left, the look in their eyes, it was always more or less the same. But I'd never seen someone whose eyes were so clear, so clean, so free of anything. He wasn't like the other convicts. In his time he never wept, never howled, and never screamed injustice. Not even on the day he was imprisoned. Even I found it strange how a man like him could end up on death row. Why would my dad... Then do you know, at the time, what charges Gu Chuan was sentenced to death on? Not at the time. Not at the time? But 1 year later, when I joined Ding Feng Lo and began taking part in the Feast of 100 Delicacies, I came across a menu for a feast from a few years before. That was when I learned that at that feast, Gu Chuan served a dish to the True Lung. It just so happens that was the same dish this girl pulled down earlier, medley of whites. But next to that dish he placed a steamed flour bun, and in it was a filling of red pickled tofu. So, what does it mean? Why would he get locked up just for serving that? Lin, aren't you going to say anything? Your relative told you the story of the Grand Preceptor, but never told you her eventual fate. Her fate? 40 years ago, the Grand Preceptor plotted to assassinate the True Lung.
She committed suicide after it failed. Every single one of her underlings was arrested and trialed, and their numbers were over 1,000. When Guchuan served that dish at the feast, it signified redressing her for her treason. It made the True Lung furious.
Oh, so did he try and... Or did she try and poison the True Lung with that dish, and being served it again is kind of like throwing something in his face? Essentially, like an insult?
No way. My dad told me so many times the Grand Preceptor was loyal to the country, the people, the whole realm. How the hell could she be a traitor? The history books have it that way, yes. And they're right? Lin, if everything written in them is true, what the hell are you investigating? And besides, my dad didn't actually get killed, right? Doesn't that prove, like, at least some people from the court believe the Grand Preceptor and my dad were both innocent? That's a sticking point, yes. If Guchuan was imprisoned as part of the Grand Preceptor case, why would they free him afterwards? It stuck with me too. You see, after entering prison, Guchuan had 2 visitors, and both were people I happened to know. One was the person delivering his meal, Yu Cheng, deputy minister of the office at the time.
Oh, you got Read Alter? You know what? I don't have Read Alter, and Read Alter is actually kind of sick. So, kind of congrats to you on that one. Oh yeah, especially with all the rate up operators. There's like 6 of them, or 5 of them currently on rate up. That is some bad luck, my dude. Unfortunate. And the other was the one who bought him out, former Minister of Rights Ning Shu.
What? Quick, this way. Surround the place immediately.
Ooh, fancy armor.
Damn it, why now?
Oh, she's here. This chick gives me the feeling she's going to become a main character, like a playable character in the future. Actually, given her story, maybe not. Because she is a leader within this area, she probably won't have a reason to join Rhodes Island.
What a coincidence. One step ahead of me, Deputy Minister Lin. I had just arrived. A coincidence indeed. The Judicial Review Office is investigating the Dingfeng Lu fire. I ask all of you to be cooperative. Lin, and the girl next to you, come with me.
She would be great if I didn't already have her. Rip. Yeah, that is kind of a feels bad moment. Hello. Wait, why does it... Okay, Mr. Nothing, for some reason it like it censors the beginning of your name on Twitch, and I'm trying to figure out why. mr.no. Mr. No? I don't know why that would be censored, but hello nonetheless. Welcome. Alright, I need to read... Hold on, I need to read what this enemy was doing. Which one was it? It was this one. Cannot be blocked. Okay, so we just need to be aware that can't be blocked. Okay. Alright, let's put Blaze in here. Let's get rid of Lighting Bearer, or Lightning Bearer. And bring in Blaze. We probably need to get rid of Lizzie now as well. Hold on, what are we? Elite level 30. Yeah, Lizzie's gonna have to go. Let's get like an AoE damage dealer. I'm thinking maybe... Oh, actually, let's bring Archetto. I got Archetto recently and I've never used her before, so I don't actually know what she does. So we'll bring her. Everyone else here looks fine. Do we need the 2 tanks, actually? Was this a dual home spot? No. Okay, we can get rid of the second tank. And the second healer. Let's bring instead Let's bring silence. And we'll keep Vendala for now. And instead bring Santala. Why not? Oh, it's a data sync. Are you a newbie? Why OR4 not 3-star? It's because I am a typical Arknights player and I did not read the tooltip. I did not read the mechanic that said this person cannot be blocked or this enemy cannot be blocked. And they kind of just filtered on through. Unfortunate. But we'll go back to it eventually and do it. Alright, let's do our free headhunt even though we don't really need it. I mean, if we get one of the other Sui sisters or siblings... Actually, no, I don't need Chongyu. I already have Chongyu. So one of the sisters, that would be nice. Bee hunter. It's only a bee hunter. Brum. It didn't save my changes. Who did we put in for the tank? I can't remember. Oh, Archietto? Where is Archietto? Where is she? Where's the girl? Where is she? Am I blind? Wait, did I E2 her? Maybe I E2'd her. No? Oh, is she already in? Oh, she's already in. Okay. Lol. Sure, we're changing it up a little bit. And get rid of the other healer for... We're bringing in silence. Cool. I'm so trash in this game, not being able to 3-star or 9 with W Ultra Logos Degen. Or Degen, not Degen. Degen and Co is insane. That is actually insane. I'm not even gonna kind of like say otherwise about that. That is kind of insane. You've got amazing characters there. I do not read. Standard for you. True, it is standard for me. Reading is difficult unless it's story, and then I'm all about that. If it's game mechanics, we just YOLO, man. YOLO and see how it goes for us. So what does she do? Oh, she ricochets. Okay. So if I do this... Oh, okay, that ricochet is actually really cool. She regens her skill so quickly too. Wow. Alright, let's see what Blaze does. I mean, it seems like she's doing decent damage just off the rip. What is this? Okay, we're actually going to read the mechanic this time. Continuously inflicts arts damage and burn damage to its surrounding. Okay, so it's just AoE damage dealer. Got it. Which way does it go? Oh, so it's going to go... Oh, it's probably going to sit up here, isn't it? That's going to hurt. Yeah, that's going to hurt quite a bit. Oh, okay, it disappeared. That works. Alright, let's use her ability. First time using her ability. Oh, there's no ground underneath them to lay down the fire. Oops. Oh, well, it's fine. So it lasts a while. Okay, she's killing things before they get to a tile where she can actually lay fire down. Oh no, there you go. There's the fire. Okay, so it does work. Very cool, very cool. OR9, just use Wizardel and Kao-Shi, you can win. I'm surprised you even put Kao-Shi in there. Just use Wizardel and you'll probably win. Wizardel is so broken. Oh, Archetto's actually kind of sick for this. Oh, that's so cool. We can send the dragon out here soon as well. Do we just send it out now? 27, there's 10 more things. This is a lot of damage. I'm gonna send the dragon out now just to get rid of this thing. Otherwise it's gonna kill my people. Alright, we're good. Hunt him down, hunt him down. Does it one shot? Damn. Not quite. It also looks like we're not going to be able to get a heal off here, so we might lose Blaze. Actually, hold on. There we go. That's why I bought second healing. Okay, now I'm very curious what Archetto's third skill is. And dead. Nice. I've tried it all. I'm just naturally trash at the game. Oh no. Oh no. Money can't buy me a brain, sadly. Roasted chestnut. Try to crack a chestnut with brute force and you will only hurt yourself. Dip one in oil, another in water, place them in a pot, cover with the rest of the chestnuts and roast them over a fire. You will know when they are ready when you hear a thundering crack. Wait, what? Okay, so I know what a chestnut is. Dip one in oil, another one in water, so you've got two. Place them in a pot, cover with the rest of the chestnuts and roast them over fire. You will know when they're ready when you hear a thundering crack. I wonder how that works. I don't eat chestnuts, so I'm probably never going to try it, but that sounds kind of cool. And you just get a random loud bang and you're ready to go? Huh. Let someone better take over. Huh. If father heard that, I'm sure he'd be chewing your head off. Don't joke with me, brother. Of all our siblings, who could compare to you in either knowledge or strength? Is this one of the Suis talking? Once you ascend the throne and move into the Forbidden City, I can leave for the Sky Mirror Pavilion with peace of mind. I'll set up shop as a scribe and look after all Yan's ancient records. In a way, I'll also take some weight off your shoulders. Hey, you got Blaze! Nice! After 80 pulls though, oofed. Brother, no more hesitating. At this point, only you can convince father. Grand Preceptor. No. All three Grand Ministers support this move. Even in the face of the officers of Yan's citizens, public opinion will still bear out. Brother, this is the right thing to do. You can't pull out now. I'll stand with you. Why me? Why did it have to be me? Our youngest brother died because of you. They all died because of you. You shove it all on me. Make me take the blame alone. Deal with the whole warring mess alone. And you just leave like nothing happened? Yuuuuuuuuuuuuuu, never return again. Wait, oh. Interesting. Hold on, where's this leading? Look how idle you are. All the mid-autumn festivities of Lungmen, and you don't plan to attend a single one. Should I? Who wants to see my wrinkly mug on their TV anyway? The Schweier's girl is a planner. She'll handle it. She can make anything lively. I've watched you grow lazier day after day since we came back from Yuuuuuuuuuu. You just coop up in your study at home eating snacks. If you don't go out for a walk anytime soon, you might just start putting on a beer belly. Huh. I haven't seen Lin Kojui get out much since spring. I can't even find a partner for morning jogs now.
He's old. I'm old. The young ones know how to do it all. If I keep sticking my head in, they won't think I'm cool. So now you understand, huh? If you'd realized any sooner, would little Chen have ever left? How long ago was it? Sorry, what? Little Chen, how long has it been since she left? 5 years. It's been 5 years. We don't even know what she's going through out there, or how her disease is. I know she was at Yuuuuuuuuuuuuuu when I was there. She's doing fine. Her swordsmanship's progressed, so she's fine, I suppose. So you just watched her leave again? She doesn't want to see me, and she doesn't want to come back. I can't force her. Don't worry, her path's longer than ours. Lord Wei, a letter to you. That they made you deliver personally. It's from the capital. The sender? His Majesty's Imperial Guard. Did he have any message aside from the letter? The True Long invites Lord Wei to the capital for the Feast of 100 Delicacies, and for a moon viewing together. Leave the letter on my desk. You're dismissed for now. If we may ask what Lord Wei intends. I have my own plans. None of you need to worry. Lord Wei, we volunteered to escort you to the capital. I said you're dismissed. Why don't we open up your invitation and see what they wrote exactly? No need. Just leave it there. This day was meant to come. I even thought it had come a little sooner. How many years has it been? 40. It's been 40 whole years since I left Baizhou. Yuuuuuuuuuuuu should have reached the capital by now. I suppose my brother's settling all his old debts in one clean go. A clean slate in time for autumn. A fine autumn at that. You can choose not to go. It's been 40 years already. What's he going to do? Send another unit of Imperial Guards? A whole army? Enough nonsense. At this point, that's not what he intends. Then what does he intend? You know, I've never really brought up those days with him before. Enough. I don't want to hear it. Fumizuki, I've let down a lot of people throughout my life. Edward, my sister, my teacher. And I have to admit that my brothers turned out to be one more on the pile. You can also say that it was the position that killed so many people. And who had a choice? Then it wasn't your fault. Even if you'd stayed, would things have turned out better? Would there be no blood? Nobody would have remembered a minister pleading the commoner's case. They would only remember a regicidal, fratricidal prince. So he's returning, huh? Why do I feel like they're going to try and assassinate him too? It sounds like they're basically trying to assassinate anyone and any information, destroy any information that had any dealings with this 40 years ago thing that happened. We still don't quite know if Blaze is like... No, I think Blaze is not royalty at this point. Not quite royalty. Hey Moon, what's up, what's up? Chen and Irene on 2 different banners at the same time is kind of crazy, lol. Yeah, I feel like Irene is probably the better one in that banner though. Unless it's Chen Alter, because Chen Alter is insane. If you have questions, ask. I'm in a hurry. Mind your attitude. You're also a theoretical suspect in our crime scene. But seeing as you're a co-worker, I'll spare you the interrogation room. I told you, I saw the culprit on the scene. I just miscalculated and failed to arrest him. Calm down. Are you going to physically vent on me just because you didn't catch the one who did it? I'd have to match your strength first. Good, you're still somewhat sober. In light of the years we've spent together in the judicial, then, can you tell me? This afternoon, why were you at Dingfeng Lo, at the scene of the crime? An investigation. In the run-up to the Feast of 100 Delicacies, we've had the scrollery be burned, then 2 fires at Dingfeng Lo. Don't you think this string of cases could be connected somehow? So you're saying you knew beforehand that someone would set fire to Dingfeng Lo today, and thus you were lying in wait for them? I was just there following up a lead. Just there following up a lead. Do you need me to list off every action you've taken the last few days? Oh, she's been watched. She's been watched this whole time. You've been tailing me? I don't have that sort of free time, but I have ways of knowing these things naturally. Let me ask once more, who were you meeting at Dingfeng Lo today? I fear I'm not the only one working on the sly. Explain. For your information, you never told me the Ministry of Right's files on Guchuan were forged, and that he was sent to death row before leaving Baizhou. As a minister, you must have known these things. These are all clearly key points of evidence. Why were they nowhere to be found in the Judicial Review Officer's archives? And why would you cover it up? So this is the lead on the scrollery fire that you've been toiling over for the last few days. How did you find any of this out? It's none of your concern how I find out. There is a piece of advice I gave to Yu Cheng in the past, and I'll give it to you now. Some past affairs are learned of, some are not learned of. In both cases there are reasons why. Some things are best left forgotten by all. I never imagined I'd hear those words come from a minister. You may consider me a schemer all you like, a minister merely booted over from the Ministry of Justice. But I know exactly what I'm saying. And I know it regardless of the thousands of reasons you might have. The truth is still and merely the truth, and not anyone's tool to broaden the divide. There will always be someone who remembers the truth, and the meaning behind it. For example, that girl shut in the next room, who you took every pain to secretly bring back to Baizhou all the way from Victoria. Uh-oh. Yes. I did uncover that Guchuan had a daughter in Victoria. She too can provide vital testimony to the Guchuan case. Lin, when will you stop playing dumb? You've already found out that the Guchuan files are fake. You know Yu Cheng is on the trial of that very case. So I'm guessing you've also found out about the child who the Imperial Guard brought back 40 years ago, who they recorded in the files as deceased. You have your suspicions as to the truth of this case, correct? Was that girl you brought back here born in Victoria, or born in Baizhou? You know full well. You clearly long suspected her identity, and still you decided to bring her back. Were you that confident you could pull this off without a hitch? Or was it that in pursuit of the truth, you didn't even care if she lived or died? You're threatening me. You think I'm joking? Lin's gaze fixes tight on the minister's notes. She doesn't even notice how her own attire is soaked through in cold sweat. But in the next instant, with a bizarre warping of light, the paper in her hands vanishes. But back on topic. That's not what I care about. At least right now, it's not what I care about most. I've told you past affairs are never as important as present. So what are these present affairs of yours? You know that Yuman is less than 100 li from Baizhou right now. For 3 months, Baizhou has been preparing to split up and move. Oh my god, you're now 200 pulls deep? What? Oh my god, dude. Well, I mean, you still have 300 pulls though, right? You still have 300 to burn through. Whether it's still worth it at that point, I'm not sure. Oh, you got Blaze on the first free 10 pull? Yeah, I got you on the first free 10 pull. Yeah, and then I got Blaze on my 80th. Or round my 80th too, yeah. And how does this relate to the Guchuan case? Should you keep investigating this case, then there will be only one person in all of Yan who can give you your answers. Xingyan, Take one step out of this door and I can no longer protect you, let alone her.
The assassins, they're out in force, man. Uh-oh. Pull number 256. This better be worth it. I'm not sure. Jury's still out on you, I'm gonna be honest. At least for me. At the Chen's old place in the study, there's a secret closet. After I leave, go there and take what's inside. Follow those instructions, and you can protect Lungman's safety and your own. So you're going. Now's the perfect time to. Kojoi's girl is doing a great job handling the downtown, and the Shuai's future doesn't rest on the sick old tiger anymore. Lungman doesn't need a Wei Yanwu anymore, or a chief executive. I think you're giving your last words a little too early. This is about Lungman's future. Fumizuki, listen to me. I've made a lot of mistakes, done a lot of things I regret. But Lungman, our city, built by us, a home to millions. Lungman must stay. Then you stay too and take care of it. Youngsters can handle it all, but it still needs some oldies to look after it. You see this letter too. How am I meant to ignore this? So once again you'll just roll over and die. Just like last time you'd pay with your life. Is that how you're envisioning it? Does that make anything even? It's different this time. There's no one standing on the other side, I'm just facing my own debts. I made a choice 40 years ago, and ever since, with every action I take, I try to convince myself that even knowing how many people I've failed, I was still right to make that choice. But I can't run forever. You know, your life's never been yours alone. Not then, and certainly not now. Forget about sacrificing yourself to make up for anything. You can't make up for a mistake with another mistake. It never ends that way. At our age, we should have already learned that lesson well. Stay. We'll face this together. Fumizuki, don't try and stop me. You cannot stop me paying for my past. Well then, you leave me with no other choice. While I'm stood here, you're not going anywhere. Or, Yanwu, this time I'll protect you. I swear it. Oh. I swear, yeah, Yanwu's got a very self-sacrifice mentality. Every problem, he's just like, oh, I'll go handle that. If I die, I die. It's like, okay, bro, you need to calm down. Maybe ask some other people for help. Izzy, you're alright. Of course I'm alright. All that judicial lady asked was what I saw during the fire. And I just told the truth. I didn't see anything. So then she let me go. The heck did you do? How come you took so long? It's no matter now. Let's go. Wait. Go? Why? That Mobufu clearly still has a ton of answers. Aren't we going to follow up with him? There's nothing to follow up on. Pardon? I'm not meddling with your father's case anymore. I'll get you out of Baizhou in the next day or two. Lin, that's one stupid joke to tell me now. You know that. No, wait. You just found a new lead, didn't you? That's why you're just screwing with me. Okay, now, for real, tell me what you found, or... Blaze! I got the official debriefing from the judicial case files. Gu Chuan, an ethnic Yanese from Victoria, joined the Ministry of Rights in 1077 as a ceremonial officer. Reassigned as envoy of ceremonial rights in 1092, headed for Victoria as part of a diplomatic mission. On the way, encountered an unexpected snowstorm and passed away from falling into a river. What? Lizzie, you're lying to me, aren't you? Just trying to shove me out of the picture again. You've been asking me just what the deal was with your father's death, haven't you? Well, every lead's been thoroughly investigated. There's no doubt that it was an accident. All the gaps in the files have been made replete. This case can be closed. Or is she gonna keep investigating, but she's just trying to get Blaze out of the way? Get her to safety? I really need a good healer though. I have Shining as my main healer. Bro, did you just say I really need a good healer? I have Shining as my main healer? Are you trying to say Shining isn't a good healer? Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude, I mainline Shining. Shining's fantastic, unless you come up against arts damage. But if it's normal damage, she's great. Yeah, Shu's also fantastic. I've heard. I haven't really used Shu properly. All I know is she's a better Saria. Maybe one of the best defenders behind Mudrock and Penance. I always feel like Mudrock and Penance... I find them hard to use. They're very much you need to use them against like swarmy levels. Otherwise they don't get their healing off. By the way, just ask, so did you finish all Girls Frontline 2 main story? No, I didn't. I got up to chapter 6? Or episode 6, whatever they're called in that game. I think that's where I got up to. Or just get the free Lumen. Okay, Lumen is also great because he can hit such a wide area of people with his heals. And he also heals through status effects, which is nice. In creeps the mid-autumn. The night sky is moonless. Out in the streets, the energy poles churn away at max output, but the drop in temperature is still noticeable to some. All falls still in the dead of night. The human sea recedes. The biting breeze blows through. Achoo! If you're that cold, just turn on the heater. Easy for you to say. If we're going to keep running this shabby little eatery, we have to pinch every penny we can on warmth. Damn it, look how late it is. When will Blaze and her friends show up? You're wondering about that reward money, huh? I'm not. Achoo. Is this window letting air in? I need to fix it later. Wait, are they back? You're... What? Am I not allowed in? Please, come inside. I'll put on some tea for you now. Anything to eat? Noodles. Longevity noodles. Right. I'll make you some now. One's made by your boss. Well... Zhang glances back at the staircase where the young chef has been standing. By now he's vanished without a trace. He's out on business. Then I'll wait for him here. Far out. He won't be back for a fortnight. And I'll still wait. I've waited 30 years, so long that I'm shriveled up. What's a little longer? Chef Mo, please don't joke around now. You're the first under heaven when it comes to cooking. What could be worth wasting your time here? Made, first under whose heaven? Mobufu downs his teacup in one go. The hot tea spills from the corners of his mouth and drips down his wizened white beard. I remember clearly. That winter 30 years ago, a catastrophe wrecked my home village. Those of us lucky enough to survive took off. Me with nothing but my cooking skills. We thought, let's scrape by in Baizhou. We went through hell. We were almost there when we ran into another group of refugees. Or maybe a bandit gang, I'm not sure. They followed us for a long way across that icy waste, weapons in hand. We began to realize that they were after the remaining supplies and rations we had left. By the time we'd been trekking for a month, plenty of us were sick or hurt. We had barely scraps left to eat, far from enough for both sides to cross that wasteland. There was no escape, so we decided we may as well risk it all with them. However,
When we were just about to go out fighting, we smelt something delicious. That's when we saw him. Was you just off to the side cooking up a storm? Hey, he was! What a good dragon. Shining ain't very good? You take that back. You take that back right now. You take it back right now. I'm searching for someone like Nightingale or Aya Alta. Okay, I can agree with you in Nightingale. If you come against arts damage, yes, 100%. Shining fails there, obviously, because she doesn't do any AP stuff. I'm using Shining and Cicero right now. That should be enough healing, man. That should be plenty enough healing. Unless you're getting wrecked by arts damage, then yeah, you might need to find a way of getting your resist up. I would say if you're looking for another sibling as well, seeing as you've got Shu, you've got Chongyu, and you've got Yu, I would say get Dusk. Okay, the correct decision is probably getting Ling. Not gonna lie, Ling is very, very strong. But for fun and just massive impact on the battlefield, Dusk is amazing. There was an old temple not far away from where we were. Someone had set up a stove by the gateway, boiling up a wok of noodles. We couldn't see his face properly through all the steam. We had no clue why someone would be making noodles there, but we were past the point of wondering, of asking, even of fighting. That wonderful smell and those piping hot noodles drew us all near the wok, and we waited around him quietly. Never before had I eaten something so delicious. The moment those noodles entered my mouth, I felt my tongue had been numb for decades, only to spring back to life right there and then. All along, I never knew that a meal could taste so arresting, so absorbing. It felt like a flavor beyond us humans. By the time I finished my noodles and looked up from my bowl, he was gone. Who knew that in my lifetime studying as a cook, the most profound lesson I'd learned would be in a shack of a temple outside Baizhou City. From then on, I apprenticed all over, so that one day I might make a bowl of noodles like those. But I couldn't. In the end, I just can't. You know, what if you're misremembering? I mean, look, you were starving at the time. Maybe that's why you found that bowl of noodles so tasty. Do you not trust my tongue? 30 years a bowl of noodles has been burned into my mind. 30 years I've been searching for it. If whoever that was is still in Baizhou, he must be over 50 by now. I searched all over this city, the well-known tea maker in the north, nothing. The guy who made the best pastries in the south, still nothing. I searched and searched until my fellow oldies in cooking retired, and only I was left. I was on the verge of giving up. But today, once more, I tasted it. I don't know why. Her cooking skills were immature, but the noodles she brought forth tasted exactly like it. It was your chef? It was your chef here who taught her those noodles, am I right? How do you know? We sent out 100 written invitations for the Ding Feng Lo competition. I can recall every one. I've long been aware your savers at Yu's had a reputation. I don't know what kind of relation your chef... Oh my god, why do I keep saying chef? Chef! Your chef and that savior of mine have, and I have no clue why he's willing to waste his talents away like this. But I won't do the same. All the cooking skills I've inherited over the years, I can't let them end with me. Mobufu stands, produces a letter from his pocket, and places it on a table. You tell him this, that untrained disciple of his. She passes. Tell her to report to Ding Feng Lo 2 days later before noon. Huh? She just passes? You get good enough business here. Did this doorstep sink again recently? We haven't replaced it in over 10 years. Though doorsteps can't keep the wind out. It's getting colder in the coming days. The boss won't let me. He says the lower the better. Too high and all the diners will stop coming. Mobufu steps out over that low doorstep and disappears into the thick of night. Once again, the restaurant is empty save for squalls of wind through the hall. Their whistle grows louder, as if lamenting. Is he gone? You really are... I heard Blaze passed the test. Does that mean the prize money? Forget about the prize money. What's wrong with you to torment a man like that? He's 78 years old, and you'll just watch him freak out like that? He just can't find an apprentice to fit him right. What's to worry about? Look at me, I never worry about things like that. Put yourself in his shoes. He's spent a whole lifetime honing his craft just for it to be lost in a blink. Well, if it's lost, it's lost. Aye. It's his future reputation he cares about right now. It's the title of first unto heaven he's carrying. It's others' cuisine he's obsessed with. There's no way he can focus on his own craft and improve it at this rate. If he can't make it through this, nobody can help him. Ayo, Blaze is back. Look how late it is. I bet you haven't eaten. I'll go make you something now. Yeah. Congrats. I've got good news for you. You passed the Ding Feng Lo exam. We'll split the reward money 30-70 like we agreed. Yeah. You don't care? If you're that good for money, how about leaving your 30% of... Huh? Xinju didn't come back with you. Right. Where's Xinju? Oh, she dropped in this afternoon with Yang. Was that while Yang was out buying ingredients? She left you a note too. Left me a note. You have passed the Ding Feng Lo I was about to say chef again. Chef selection. Please follow. Oh, whoops, wrong one. It's this one. What could be so secret she has to leave it in a note for you? She's inviting me to her home. Ning Manor. Never surrender. 99% of gamblers quit before they hit big. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, it depends what you're struggling with at the moment, Knight. If you're struggling for damage, Dusk. If you're struggling with keeping lanes organized, Ling. Or if you're just struggling with a good defender, maybe... I don't know, where does Nian actually sit in the grand scheme of things? I feel like Nian got completely replaced by Ling. I might be wrong there, but I just feel like she doesn't have anything going for her. And I take back my comments about Shining. Good. Good. How dare you blasphemy Shining. Actually, I swear we're gonna get a Shining altar soon. We have to. The way she's been having, like, major points in the main story at the moment, surely a Shining altar soon. Level 50. Alright, let's start looking at our Elite 2s, I think, at this point. I'm actually going to go this one. We might... Actually, I'm going to change my healer because Yu is level 42. I think we need a really good healer on her. Or him. Right. Wait, you not finished a round? A round? What do you mean?
That was a story bit there.
You came. She lives in the fancy place.
Does Blaze have the longest plus slimmest ears? She probably doesn't have the biggest ears. That probably goes to Vulpus Foglia. But man, her ears are quite large.
Of course I did. That's what you do when the Nings invite you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hide anything from you. I just don't really think it's something I should bring up for no reason. Nothing to apologize for. You've got your troubles. I'm not the kind to give you the stink eye just for being blue-blooded. So, what do I call you? Lady of House Ning? My name is Ning Yin. I'm not actually a part of House Ning. I was adopted by grandfather as a child. He always introduced me as a distant relative of the Nings. But I've never met any relative who actually shares blood with me. Do you remember what I told you before? Look, I'm pretty bad at comforting people. No, it's okay. Grandfather's very nice to me and my background has never caused me any trouble at all. Everyone treats me very well. Your grandpa would be Ning Shu, ex-minister of rights. Yes. Perfect. I know. I know. It's getting chilly. Don't just stand out there. Let's go inside and talk, okay? Sure, I guess.
Oh, she wouldn't be feeling the cold at all. Yeah, Lizzie came out a few weeks ago, yep. Yup. Yeah, I reckon Shining Altar will probably come with a main story, I reckon. She will be released with a main story. Or... I don't know. I don't know how much further they can expand Shining and Nightingale's story, like a self-contained story. They could do a self-contained story around those two where she gets an altar doing that, maybe? Don't know. Don't know, though. The corridor meanders on, through a rock garden and a bamboo thicket, then between the two halves of a lotus pond. A cool breeze brushes through. The autumn waters softly ripple, and in them, Blaze's reflection follows behind Ning Yin's as they pace across the bridge. The two pass through a deserted room, packed up belongings and dead leaves strewn everywhere. The courtyard is messy, I know. Not presentable to guests at the very least. I apologize. The whole family's moving out of here soon. Grandfather can't take Baizo's dry climate in his old age. We're planning to move back to the old place in Jiangnan. Though Ning Ying's pace is glacial, she can only hurry up once she notices her friend in no mood to appreciate the scenery. Up ahead. We're almost there. Who do you think wins, Civilite or Altar? Or Skadi Altar? Good question. I probably can't answer it because I only have Civilite. I don't have Skadi Altar. So I just use Civilite. Take a seat. I'll fetch some tea and refreshments from the kitchen. Our house cooks are all on leave, so I can't serve you much more than some cold sides. No need to bother. I can't stick around long. Are things that urgent? Well, alright. Ning softly closes the door. The chirps of fowl outside fade. The room grows heavier with silence. Alright. Tell me why you invited me here. I'm sorry. I was going to look for you yesterday, actually, after the fire at Dingfeng Lo. But I overheard your conversation with the Deputy Minister of Judicial Review Office and Chef. Oh my god, Chef Mo. Why is that throwing me so much? It's insane. It's like one of those words you just keep saying, and as you keep saying it, it makes less and less sense, the pronunciation, and it gets to the point where you're like, wait, is that actually how you say that? It's tripping me up, man. It's tripping me up.
And, Blaze, I might have met your father before.
Oh, wait, met? How old is she? So you don't finish all Giffle 2 main story? Maybe the story will be good? I mean, so far up to chapter 6 it wasn't. Or rather, it wasn't my taste. It wasn't my kind of story. But yeah. Maybe it gets better. I think that's what you're trying to say, is that maybe it gets better. Or that it does get better and you've played through it, yeah.
When I was 15 years old, I remember we had a visitor. Grandfather was always busy with work. His apprentices and co-workers were coming and going in the estate. None of my business, by and large. But slowly I realized an extra person had moved in, wearing blue, low-ranking Mandarin's robes. Every time I saw him, he was alone, as if other people just weren't his concern. At first, I didn't really pay attention. It was later that year on my birthday when...
Did he come up and talk to her?
Like every other year, Grandfather would hold his great big birthday dinner for me, with lights and banners strung up everywhere, and friends and family all around. Not that I knew more than a handful of them. They were chatting the day away and about what I had no clue. So eventually I sneaked out of the dinner, and nobody noticed when I did. Oh, pardon me. I wandered around the courtyard for ages, bored out of my mind, then scampered into Grandfather's study on a whim. It was in there where I saw the man again. I remember I saw him stuffing his pocket with letter papers and brushes. When he noticed me, his face was stretched with nervousness, and he pulled the brush and paper back out again in a rush. Are you... It's not what it looks like. I needed to finish copying some letters, so I was going to take them home. The High Minister is sending these to very important Mandarins, so I was just worried if the paper wasn't good enough. It's okay. It's just brushes and paper. You're welcome to make use of it, sir. Thank you, little lady. What's your name? My name is Guchuan. I'm a transcriber for your estate. I copy and file the estate correspondence. I'm Ning Yin. Miss Ning, of course I know you. Then now we know each other. Sir, I want to read in here for a bit. I won't interrupt you while you work. Is that okay? Oh, of course. Feel free, Miss Ning. Miss Ning, are you into these history books? Grandfather always says one should view history as a mirror. We must use it to study our ancestors' wisdom and character, and learn from their teachings. But I think reading's just fun. It's like all these amazing people recorded in the texts are coming to life before me, and they're all my friends. I think someday it might be nice to join the Imperial Historical Cabinet as a historian myself. You've got quite a unique outlook, Miss Ning. If you're interested in following in the High Minister's family footsteps, I'm sure you'd do well. You think Grandfather's really cool too, then? Of course. Minister Ning's been helming the Ministry of Rights for decades. He has plenty of deeds to his name. Is the Mandarin everyone loves. Everyone in his family is so cool. My uncle and aunt are always away from Baizhou, traveling all over the country. I hear Yan couldn't have set up the meteorological and earthquake systems it has today without them. And Chiqua, my little sister, she's even cooler. She's 2 years younger than me, but at the last Baizhou Academy study camp, all the professors from the College of Foreign Affairs were praising her. Everyone was teasing her by calling her Little Miss Minister. All the people in my family are going to leave their names in the history books. I love them and respect them a lot. I want to record who they are and everything they do, but I could never become like them. Compared to them, I'm just normal. You know, that reminds me of something my master once told me. As history has ebbed and flowed, the floods and tides are recorded, yet most are streams that simply trickle on by. But without the babbling brook, how would the waves arise? The waves and brooks don't care about who's greater or who's plainer. Indeed, the vast majority will never get to leave their names in the history annals. But they're not the empty space between the lines. They're the pages themselves. Oh. I'm sorry I talked your ear off there. Sir, your handwriting is really beautiful. Oh, well, this is my only skill, really. I can still remember when the High Minister gave me this transcriber job. I can never write my name properly. Grandfather's gotten on my case about it more times than I can remember. Handwriting is a long road. Just keep at it and you'll see change eventually. Maybe you could be my calligraphy teacher then. I would never pose as your teacher with my modest brushwork, miss, but... Right. I have 2 copybooks here. I copy from them all the time myself. The forms are very regular. It's perfect for beginners. If you don't mind, Miss Ning, you can have these as your birthday present. How did you know my birthday's today? Well, they decorate the estate so brightly this time every year, you see. I've spent long enough here that I have heard. Miss Ning, happy birthday. Thank you. That conversation always stayed with me. I liked how he talked and how he saw things. And I don't know why, I can't really say, but he felt so close to me in a way. But after that I saw him much less around the estate. The next time I got to talk to him, it was years and years later.
Is this Wizardo operator any good? LOL. She has huge fashion problems? Nah, she's just ahead of the curve. You wait. Everyone at Rhodes Island is going to be in outfits like that in like 5 years. By the way, Xingzhu is also 40 years old. Xingzhu. Oh. Oh, okay. So they're both the same age, Xingzhu and Blaze. Oh, okay. So that explains why she was able to meet with the father again after. Should I get that limited time recruitment thingy? I could use the old hag. I don't know what the limited time recruitment thing is. Not sure what you're talking about. Or Ningyin. Yeah, her actual name, Ningyin. Oh, did I miss something there? Or are we good? I did miss this. Grandfather's cold has lasted for a month by now, and it's still not getting any better. Now it's almost winter, it might only get worse at this rate. We'll be counting on you for the next while, Doctor. The High Minister's malady is mostly from overwork. You could remind him to rest more often, my lady. I will. Sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize for running into you, miss. Oh, very, very sorry. It's all right. Sir, are you okay? Why don't you sit down and rest for a while? You really look quite ill. I'm fine. Sir, you dropped your... Sir. Are these painkillers? Strong painkillers at that. Whoever that was, he must be quite badly ill. Oh, I bet he's got an oropathy. Doctor, if you're free, could I ask you to attend to that man too? You can bill his medical expenses to me. Yeah, gonna be infected, I guarantee it. And that's why he was sent outside of the country, I bet. Okay, I see what you're talking about. The headhunting pack in the store. I haven't actually looked at what's in that headhunting pack. Is it just the headhunting, like, 10 roll or something? A few 10 rolls?
I was worried about grandfather's condition at the time and didn't pay that encounter much mind. I was just planning to pay him a visit later at some point, when I had the time. But after that winter, I never saw him again. Doctor, thank you so much for all your work. Grandfather's back in perfect health now. Right, and about the man I asked you to attend to.
Oh, you mean that Gu Chuan man?
He died. Was it his illness? No, I hear some kind of accident took him while he was on his way to Victoria. But given his health, I can't imagine he'd have lived much longer even then. Truth is, last I met him, his malady had taken root in his vitals. I could hear it in his breathing. I can't imagine how much he was suffering in life. And it's a mystery to me why he'd decided to travel so far while that sick.
He wanted to see Blaze again, right? Rip.
Rip. This very room. It was the study Sir Gu Chuan was using. It's been 10 years since he passed away. The place has gone through some changes in that time. But...
Wait, so Blaze... It was 10 years ago since he passed, so Blaze was 30? Huh, okay. So he just never went back to see Blaze in like 20 years?
This... I couldn't tell you why, but I kept hold of this medicine bottle ever since. Blaze, I really am so sorry. No. He was... my dad was nothing like that. I don't think he was ever that fighting fit. But he was never weak. Whenever I was with him, he always had this light in his eyes. How could... Even now, I'm not sure I understand Sir Gu Chuan. But I know he was a warm, gentle person. I could tell. I blame myself over and over for not being able to do anything for him. Why are you bothering to tell me all this? I know you suspect that my grandfather was somehow behind your father's passing. At the point, I can only tell you what I know, but... You told me all of this just to try and convince me Ning Shu is innocent? No, I just wanted to implore you, please, find out the truth. Whether for Sir Gu Chuan's sake, or for the sake of the truth itself. Whatever that truth even is. Are you? You don't have to tell me twice. I am going to get to the bottom of this.
Nah, it's just certain ops. Oh, you just unlock those ops instantly? Wow. Okay, so what do they... They've got Kaoshi, God Operator. Golden Glow, also a God Operator. Typhon kind of relies on a very specific type of map, but absolutely owns on those types of maps. Mudrock, good. Serta, godly. Executor, eh. Bagpipe, eh. Jessica Alter, also kind of eh. Yeah, I think the big ones, the big pickups there are Kaoshi, Golden Glow, and Serta, if you don't already have them. What first struck Lynn about the Judicial Review Office was the solemn hush. The first time she ever set foot through this courtroom's door, all noise promptly vanished behind her. She remembers Yu Cheng telling her why it was designed so. Silence begets peace. Peace begets thought. Thought begets results. Shouldn't the Judicial Review Office be drowning in work top to bottom? And yet you've got the office all to yourself, Deputy Lin. Shizhen, what are you here for? Censorate routine investigation. There are some issues we'd like to consult you on regarding the Yu Cheng case. Consultation or investigation? Which is it? Deputy Minister Lin, after working together for years, I implicitly trust you on a personal level. But the Department of Discipline and Supervision has a lot riding on this case.
We have to go through the motions, Lin, if you'll pardon me. Just ask what you need to. Name? Lin Qingyan. Gender? Female. Let's skip to the basic info for now. For the next few questions, you don't need to elaborate on your answers, just respond yes or no. Are you grilling me? Everything you say from here on will be recorded. I'm worried what you say could fly against you. If you have no further questions, let's begin. Deputy Minister Lin, you passed Tianqi Bureau assessments in childhood and were exceptionally admitted per your outstanding grades and followed the esteemed Science-Storm Count in learning your Lei Fa. After graduating from the Tianqi Bureaus, you chose to join the Judicial Review Office and soon accompanied then Deputy Minister Yu Cheng in investigations all across the realm. In just a year from Register, you rose several ranks to become the youngest Deputy Minister in the history of Yan. Is this background as stated true? Yes. In your third month with the Judicial Review Office as Registrar, you handed in a whistleblower report to Discipline and Supervision. It accused the Right Assistant Revenue Minister of embezzlement and extortion, and you recovered 10 million in stolen assets. In your fifth month in Changji, you essentially single-handedly shone light on the local academy's examination fraud. Over 100 mandarins were implicated in this, the highest of which was second rank. All were eventually rounded up. Upon becoming Deputy Minister, you handled the case of former Judicial Review Officer, Deputy Minister Yu Cheng, forging evidence, causing him to be expelled from the office's Haorun Pavilion, with all status stripped from him thereafter. Are these case histories, as stated, true? Yes. With an academic background like this, surely everyone lauds you as a young up-and-comer blessed to the gills with talent. And yet people can't help but wonder, what gives such a green-haired mandarin the courage, the capacity to handle these cases? Can you get to the point? If I'm remembering right, your good mother and father were Tianxis at the Chamber of Heaven's Designs, spending years building much in the north, even being vested personally by the True Lung. The Lin family's a well-bred one, many Tianxi giants in its line. And on top of that, rumor has it that they're quite closely knit with the Lord Exorcist's household. As for Science-Storm Count, I think even the rank fails to sufficiently capture your Shifu's importance to Great Yan. Are these relationships, as stated, true? Zhen, what are you doing? You need only answer yes or no, Deputy Minister Lin. Don't think I'm deaf to your connotations. You're trying to say it was only by leaning in my background that I could take on judicial cases all these years. I certainly didn't say that at any point. Having known each other for years, I would never doubt your integrity. The Lin Qingyan, in my mind's eye, has always been a pursuer of justice. But why, Lin, do you not pursue now? Zhen, just why did you come to see me today? How much do you really know about the Yu Cheng affair? As I just said, I'm here to see you today on routine business. As for the Yu Cheng case, what I heard in the courtroom that day is all I know. What makes you so dead set on the case, Censor Zhen? Before you decided you investigate it, I remember we actually had an argument. I'm going to speak out of line here. The whole stripping of his rank aside, I really do respect people like Yu Cheng. Now of all times you're going to defend him again. If a law enforcer does not themselves abide by the law, that's abuse of power. That goes for every last member of the three organs of justice. What kind of double standard could you possibly be applying here? No, the Judicial Review Officer's verdict is settled on Yu Cheng's mistake. I've little more to say though. I'm just very curious. What kind of truth could have pushed him to such means to find it? You must be more familiar with Yu Cheng than me. In your opinion, was he a smart man? Naturally. When it comes to sniffing out lies or chasing down leads, I'm no match for him. And did you ever wonder if, supposing Yu Cheng truly intended to cover up his own forgery, you should have been able to make such short work of the case? You're telling me he left me to find out on purpose? What for? That I don't know. But he put you in charge of the Scrollery fire case. To an outsider, I don't think I can say that Yu Cheng had no faith in you. You've been all over Bai Zhao the last few days, investigating that case. I know that. I've heard as much. And yet since yesterday, you've been loitering in the Judicial Review office, acting like you've been grounded. I can't help being curious. What made you go and give up on pursuing this case? Are you afraid of offending the high and mighty? No, that's not like the Lin Qingyan I know. Did someone lofty crack down on you? Can't be, I think. You're sitting here in the office, after all, not in the judicial prison cell. If not that, then all my pondering can only produce one answer. You're scared that if you continue, you'll implicate someone you know. Seems I guessed right. In the thick of things, your concern clouds your judgment. It's like you've forgotten the simplest of truths. Don't miss the forest for the trees. If you can't hide it, you may as well tip it out. Show it some sunlight. Mr. Sensei, you've really served up a lesson for me today. Not at all. I think the hush of this office must have helped you figure out plenty by yourself. I know what I must do. Oh. Oh, it's between them. You don't get them all. Okay, so it's just random. I mean, good luck, I guess, if you're going for it. I'd love to just select and get Cal, but that ain't an option. If she ever rocks up on the... It is the headhunting one, I think. If she ever rocks up on the headhunting one, you can buy her outright with certs. Just make sure you've got the 180 or the 160 certs you need for it. And then easy. Easy. Madam, I went to ask Deputy Minister Lin if she wanted anything to eat, since I saw she hadn't left the office all day, but she... When did she go missing? Wait, is this actually Chen? I don't know. Nobody's seen her at all. Chen actually rocking up and doing something, maybe? A biting chill gusts through, the stiff breeze curling papers and sending them dancing madly through the air. A wide open window clatters against its wall. On the table beneath it, a ceremonial gown lies neatly folded and topped with a document pressed down in place by an inkstone. She's leaving the... Oh, this is her name? Chen Qi? Oh. Oops. Okay, I got the wrong Chen. It is Ling Qingyan's written resignation. Yeah, she's abandoning. Abandoning the ship. Return to Rhodes Island, girl. Go save Blaze and get out of here. Watching as Blaze vanishes far into the distance, Ning Shu clutches the door knocker. The vague dark point vanishes over the crest of the path, but her stare remains fixed there, lingering for the longest time. What are you spacing out at the door for? Grandfather. Braised wax gourd cube. Oh, it's a two-laner. Oops, I did not realize that. Alright, perfect. We guessed right. It was going to be top lane first. Damn, she doesn't have the extra range yet.
This is fine. This is fine. We might get an enemy dragon, which is unfortunate. We need like more damage up here. Guess we could try and do something like this. Oh god, they're tanky. Oh, they tanky. Ow. I need a healer. Can I get a healer? Ah! Uh-oh. Okay, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. Oh god, we don't have any other melee characters. Oof. We might have just thrown that. Hold on. Oh, I can pull him in. Nice. Yeah, I've got no way to stop these guys though. This might be a redo. Yeah. 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 I don't even think I looked at the map for this one. If I looked at the map, I would have realized I need 2 tanks. It might even be time just to bring out the A team, to be honest. Let's bring it out. Let's switch out Hayes for... Where is she? There she is, Virtuosa. I need support characters that can hit behind them and in front of them. This could work. Okay, this feels better. This feels better. Full speed. Gonna place her there so she can heal the people up the top. Meow, 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 meow. How do I want to do this actually? Sure. Okay, we might be copying silence here. Yeah, I think we will. Alright, this should be enough to stop the dragon, I think. Yeah, this should be enough to stop the dragon. We do need a tank down the bottom here now. And then if we do this... and then make them huge. Oh god, the dragon's almost ready to come out. Danger! That's not going to be enough to kill, I don't think. Oh, it is enough. No, it got absorbed. Yeah, okay, Blaze might die here. Oh no, this thing's taking chunked damage, man. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh my god, they get... Oh, dragon. Okay, we're okay, we're okay, we're okay. Okay, we're not going to be dealing massive damage to these tanks anymore because the Virtuosa is not triggering. But that's fine. Why do I feel like an enemy dragon is about to spawn? We're so close to getting one here. Oh, I just pulled them all to him. Ah, that should be fine. Nice. Nice, 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 nice.
Ah, my favorite war criminal. She's really good. Wait, who are you referring to? Who's the war criminal?
Lapland?
Your friend left so soon. She won't even stay for dinner. She had urgent business. She couldn't stay.
Oh, Artoria. Yeah, right.
Even as a child, you never brought friends over. Here I thought I could drop in to see what she's like. I don't know if we even count as friends, really. Seeing the dejected Ning Yin, the old man tries to think of something to say, but can't. He simply reaches over and brushes a leaf off her shoulder. Almost time to move. Plenty of things still on your plate, huh? What about you, grandfather? For days I was all raring to go home. Now that we're about to, I look around at our little garden and I think, oh, only I could stay. Do you remember? It was here in this pavilion we laid out some sand and grabbed a stick, and I taught you how to write one stroke at a time. You said by next year you'll be writing all the estate couplets for us. Then you spent 2 months with me learning, and after that, you had to give up. But by next year you really did write me a couplet. Bountiful blooms and a full moon, may joy last forever. I'm surprised you still remember, grandfather. How could I forget? Another year, another mid-autumn. How quickly the days pass. The two of us haven't chewed the fat like this in the longest, have we? Grandfather to granddaughter. I've been out constantly and you're always occupied with guests. We hardly have the chance to meet. The whole family's leaving the capital after all. Quite the headache. But things will settle down once we're back in Langyi, and we'll have plenty of time to chat along the way. Are you almost done writing that book of yours? Grandfather, I don't think I can go back to Langyi with you. When did you make up your mind? Ningyin shakes her head softly. She falls a few steps back. You're returning home, grandfather. Like a leaf returns to its roots. It's human nature, the whole family sympathizes. But the journey is meandering enough to make us worried. The Nings are bursting with talent. Everyone's work forms a cornerstone of Yan. Compared to them, I really am the lone choice to accompany you back. But frankly, I was always a distant orphan from Langyi anyway. It was because you took such pity on me that I could spend these decades at the Ning Manor. If I go now to Lang Yi, I go back to where my long-gone parents once lived.
That was your thinking. When you asked to accompany me home.
Grandfather, that was my thinking. It all seemed to fall into place. I almost managed to convince myself. But I've spent the last few days on a farewell tour of sorts around Baizao's streets, so I can't finish up the Baizao cuisine and food culture somehow. Or so I can, rather, not can't. And I realized all my memories are of this city. I can clearly recall what year we planted that persimmon tree in the courtyard, and when its fruits make for the best wine. And every restaurant of every road and alley, and what their chefs are like, and how many different ways you can cook each dish. All of a sudden it hit me that this very city, more so than the Ning Manor, feels like my home.
Oh. That's on me. That's on me for not asking you how you feel. I've been nothing but me this whole time.
Grandfather, you're my one and only family. You've always been there since I was little. I really did want to go back home with you at first, but the reason I'm set on staying in Baizao now is you as well, Grandfather.
Is it?
When I first joined the Imperial Historical Cabinet to compile annals, there was one thing I could never puzzle out. At some specific point in Yan's millennia of history, out of nowhere, the written word proliferated and education became for all. Even the earliest of the tablets we were studying only went back to that period. So I thought, in that period, someone must have pushed for those changes. But I flipped through practically all the material we had, and I couldn't find a single clue. I had this strange feeling that, there in Yan's history, one person seemed to be missing. Then one day I met someone strange at the Go Club, who told me the story of that person. I thought he was just a yarn-spitting storyteller at first, but as I further researched, I gradually found all his stories to be corroborated. According to him, she was a gentle person who gave her heart and soul, her blood and sweat to the well-being of the people, and she gave too much. But how could someone as good as her fail to leave her name in our annals? That was when I realized that a history book isn't a container, but a sieve. The stories that stay behind are few and far between. Grandfather, I want to record your story. But then I look back and it dawns on me that for all the years I've spent with you, I can't even write with any clarity about what kind of person you are. Ningyin finally lifts her head and meets the old man's eyes. She waits for his reply, his answer to her unspoken question. She's waited for so long. Who goes there?
Who goes where?
Thought I heard something. It's all the bizarre cases these days. Makes me feel like someone's going to barge in any moment and wreak havoc.
This is the Judicial Review Office. What kind of miscreant would break in here? Quit jumping at ghosts. Guard duty's almost over. And then we can clock out and head home. Oh, she's sneaking.
Just wait a second, then enter through the front. Say you're here to report a case, then find a floor map on the way to the waiting room. The window in the waiting room yesterday faces north. The judicial entrance faces south. Behind is a high perimeter wall. Lynn's office is third floor? Get out the window, climb up the sprinkler pipes, and no one should notice me. Tamade. Once I find her, I'm gonna sock her in the... Who's there?
Oh. Oh.
Lynn? Blaze. What are you here for? What am I here for? I'm here to get you back. Where'd your old court uniform go? I resigned. Then went back to the restaurant, couldn't find you and worried you might be up to something stupid. So thank you for confirming that fear. Now let's find somewhere else to talk. You're telling me that all those years, Gu Chuan was staying at the Ning Manor. But how did you find out? Never you mind that. Now, can you tell me exactly what that means? Mr. Ning's involvement in the Gu Chuan case runs deeper than I ever thought. He was clearly hiding something in his previous testimony. I did suspect he was the perpetrator, but going to Mo Bufu's testimony, when Gu Chuan was sent to death row in the fallout of the old case, Ning Shu was the one who got him out. Knowing that, he wouldn't have a motive to try and get him killed again. And the most key thing, I had no idea before that Yu Cheng had contact with Gu Chuan so early on. Whatever's connecting this string of events, it's likely more complicated than anything I've imagined. See, I'm still curious. All those years ago, my dad came to Baizhou on his own, and what the hell for? Yes, that's the key question. Blaze has no clue about the 2 lives Gu Chuan lived. If he was a fool guy in that incident, then why would he return to Baizhou a dozen years after the fact and plant himself in the middle of the maelstrom? Ning Shu's position, Yu Cheng's scheme, we still can't draw an outline around any of these questions. How should I let Blaze know? Hey, you know I can tell that look on your face. Come on, what's our next move exactly? Blaze, about yesterday. Forget about it. I know you. It's my duty types get the urge to do a little weird stuff now and then. Not my circus, I'm not arguing. Just don't ever tell me any stupid crap like, I'm sending you back for your safety again. Because you're still trying to ditch me? Blaze, trust me. I will see this case through to the end, but you can't stick around in Baizhou any longer than this. Do as I say. Leave within 2 days. Head to the Lungman office first. But you can't stay there for too long either. So once you're reorganized, get back on the road straight away and leave Yan as soon as. Over my dead body. You don't trust me to keep investigating. I mean, I do, but you're out of rank. You're out of a job. How are you going to investigate? I'll think of something. If Yu Cheng can resign and investigate in secret, then so can... I have an idea. Let's do this thing a little more thoroughly. What's your plan? Blaze pulls a letter from her pocket. It's the chance Mo Bufu gave her, and now it's both of their chances. Not like we're gonna get anywhere just running around town. We'll head to the Feast of 100 Delicacies, go straight to the Trulong and ask him to explain all this. Ominous thunderstrike. Very ominous thunderstrike. Hey man, you gotta put those war criminals' talents to good purposes, right? Your Imperial Majesty, the Ministry of Rights has drafted the official list of attendees for the Feast of the 100 Delicacies. To mark the occasion, Victoria, Lithanian, Laterano, and other such nations have sent us their envoys with letters of celebration for Your Imperial Majesty's perusal. Your Imperial Majesty, the Ministry of War and Soy Regulator have finished drawing up joint battle plans. Also for Your Imperial Majesty's perusal. The Ministry of Revenue has not consulted on this battle's drain on labor and fiscal resources, nor on the post-war reparations. How were these battle plans drafted? I know you and the Ministry of Revenue are both very busy. The Ministry of War simply want to some small pains working out the manpower, the funding, the ration, and even the Ministry of Engineering's post-war repair expenses. And now you can read it together with His Majesty, since we're having an audience and all. Logistics are calculable, but how many of Yan's people will bleed in this war? Is that a bill you can work out so easily? So the Grand Tutor means to say, if you can't work it out, then no need to try. It's autumn. How are the harvests in the north? Da Hong has resumed production ASAP following the disaster. Our harvest this year is more or less on par with previous years. In that case, what about next year? Your Imperial Majesty? A life measured in years, yet the stress feels ancient. We're running out of time. This involves the livelihoods of all Yan's people. I ask that your Imperial Majesty reconsider. Grand Tutor, the ministries have long discussed everything worth discussing. It's about time we made up our minds. His Majesty's decree is made. We simply await his proclamation at the Feast of the 100 Delicacies. It's growing late. It looks to rain. The two of you can leave. May we be excused. The man behind the curtain lifts his gaze. In this desolate palace, 3 banquet seats lay set out in a row to his side, and one of them is truly showing its age. Faintly, a sigh. Ayo, ayo! Trust this rain to come from nowhere. I'm soaked. Autumn drizzles and cold snaps. We'll be out of fresh vegetables in a few days at this rate. I didn't even get to rustle up this year's winter clothes. Chef, I think we're forced to start our winter pickles now. Get your mess of stuff out of the storehouse as soon as... Chef? Blaze? Xingzhu? Where'd everybody go? The ever-lively kitchen is presently deserted. All the cookware tidied away. The cramped space seems a good bit wider like this. The only presence is a pot of soup boiling on the stove. Where's you, actually? That is a good point. Where is you? Where is you? Meaty platter. A platter of meat from 5 kinds of beasts. An official once presented this dish to the Lung at a feast of the 100 Delicacies, advising the ruler to take equal care of Yan's people from all walks of life. Okay, we got 2 lanes again, which means 2 tanks. I am noticing this area here as well. Maybe we can put a lord here. Which we don't actually have a lord. What level? 60? Alright, time to change some people out. Where are me lords at? What lord do I actually want to take? I guess Silver Ash probably makes the most sense here. Archetto can stay. Canterbull can go. Do we have the 2 tanks? We do, but we're going to change Yu out. I think Yu is going to get wrecked if we keep him in. Itano can be switched out for... I know who. Where is she? Skill 2. And we'll keep Blaze because Blaze can kind of be safe into the sides, but Yu cannot because Yu has to actually take a bit of damage. You sure are lucky. All my years at the Judicial Review Office, and you are the first I have seen who has the chance to get out of this damn prison alive. I myself never expected it to turn out this way. That's what's wrong with all you clerical types. Always living for the day, never thinking about the consequences. All that time spent researching, all those years of blood, sweat and tears, all for a dish at the feast, and one very angry Lung. You caused quite the ruckus and ended up in here. Are you happy? It is as you say. But my deeds were loyal and just, this I know. My conscience is clear. Those who peer into fin ponds to find omens will see omens. So what comes next in your plans? The order to transfer has already been issued. I will be joining the diplomatic mission to Victoria in 3 days. After all that happened, I can no longer stay in Baizhou. These arrangements are the fruit of Minister Ning's efforts. Victoria? How are you supposed to get to Victoria with a body like yours? To be favored with a pardon is all I need ask for. Besides, I can consider going to Victoria returning home. Can you really? I remember saying your wife and child already passed away, no? Yes. It has been many years since that day. Even if I did believe you, do you think other people will? If you can remember things that happened back then, so can others. Do you know how many eyes will be watching you when you return? What am I to do? Please speak plainly. Lend me your life, my friend. That unvarnished truth you crave, I will give it to you. Okay. Ooh. The first time I came to Baizhou to further my studies left a deep impression on me. Skyscrapers that blotted out the heavens, an unending sea of brilliant lights. And in the center of all those lights was the Forbidden City. 1,000 feet it teetered, its lofty heights unseen from the ground. My teacher said this was where every policy was decided, where every decree was handed down, each one affecting the lives of untold commoners, a duty heavier than mountains. And thus it is here that every student can put to use all they have learned, to serve the lands and the people. But when I stood here in the flesh, facing that palace of edifice and high walls, I felt a chill sap away my breath. You have arrived early, Mr. Liang. Miss Ning. You seem surprised. Do you not wish to see me? Hardly. I simply had not heard you would also be attending the Feast of 100 Delicacies, Miss Ning. Minister Ning is ill, so for this year's feast, the Ministry of Rites had no choice but to send me to attend in his stead. It was a rather last-minute decision, so I did not have the time to tell you, my lord. I suppose that leaves us equals in silence, since it seems you never planned to tell me you were attending either. I am merely here as part of my work. I do not wish to bother you, Miss Ning. I'm suddenly reminded of how, aside from Sangshu, we have not met for the better part of a year. Several of my letters to you during that time received no answer. It can be hard to put words to paper, and I find myself often mired in official business. I have been negligent in maintaining my side of the conversation. I cannot deny your blame, Miss Ning. Where have I mentioned blaming you, my lord? During your time as magistrate, even the smallest needs of your hometown never left your thoughts. Now, with expanded duties, the concerns have only increased. But for some reason, after only 6 short months, I feel as though we have become estranged. As if there are some things we cannot say to the other. Putting that aside for the moment, this is the first time you are attending the feast, yes? Yes. My early years were spent in Shangshu, so I had little opportunity to take part in government events such as this. Major topics are often deliberated upon during these feasts. The question this year is, what decision will His Majesty make in regards to this war? I dare not make any sort of wild conjecture on His Majesty's thoughts. But you are a clever man, Mr. Liang. Your conjectures are always correct. You did, in fact, have something on your mind the other day, and you wanted to discuss it with grandfather, did you not? I dare not lie to you, Miss Ning. Phrase it how you will. I am always happy to hear that you wish to see me. But I am afraid that for you, I have never been someone to be trusted, or to entrust things with. I believe there may have been a misunderstanding, Miss Ning. I do not mean to blame you. Who among us did not detest the murky secrets of the bureaucracy when these red robes were first draped over us? But now we must navigate all this wheeling and dealing, like it or not. I may not be close to the center of the court, but there is one thing even I know. It is difficult to speak the truth, and even more difficult to make others believe you are speaking the truth. Once you enter the palace walls, the word sincerity means less than nothing. But all I have ever shown you is sincerity, Miss Ning. No matter what may come, I have always hoped you would remember. We should take our seats now, Mr. Liang. Let us head inside. Come on, step on it. Check over your ingredients one last time when you're done. The guests are already seated. We need to start serving as soon as the order comes in. Inspect all your ingredients. Check on the stews and soups while you're at it. The bliss soup on stove number 90. I don't know how, but the color seems to be a bit off. What? How many times did I say cut the ingredients into finger-width cubes? No more, no less. And it's supposed to be on the fire for 20 hours. No breaks. Someone must have screwed something up. Alright, move aside. I'll come have a look. Hey, over here. Why are you still wearing those clothes? Scared people won't notice you or something? Formal dress for formal occasions. I had kept these clothes at home just in case. Yeah, she is quite obvious right now, not gonna lie. But this is the kitchen. Don't you have anything more suitable to put on? No. Hey, is disguising yourself not something natural for judicial officers? What nonsense are you talking about? Deputy Minister at the Judicial Review Office is not some undercover ghost. Though I have found myself sneaking around a lot lately for some reason. Alright, enough muttering. Change into these clothes. You follow the army of waiters into the banquet area as they're serving up the dishes, then change back into your fancy robe when you can. Fine. Huh, this kind of infiltration really does make me a little nervous. You said you were going to stand up to see justice restored, so if you make the Trulung mad, is he not just going to arrest you right away? Or is he going to... There is a tradition of remonstration during the Feast of 100 Delicacies. Besides, we're just going to request a reopening of an old case due to inconclusive evidence. Why would the Trulung be mad at me? Although there is one thing. Which is? Have you ever thought about what if the truth we managed to dig up on this case turned out to be the complete opposite of what we thought? What if you found out everything around you was one big lie? What are you talking about? Didn't we do all this to get to the truth in the first place? If it's a lie, we'll smash it to pieces. Why the hesitation? We've come this far already. What choice do we even have? Okay. Blaze, I think your father, he was likely a good man. Huh? Why this all of a sudden? Promise me this. If something unexpected happens, you must take care of yourself first. Shh! Someone's coming. Hide! Under the stove. Under the stove? Huh? Is everything ready? Ready, chef. These longevity noodles are in charge of... you are in charge of may be simple, but they are still vital for the feast. Make no mistakes while preparing them. Understood. You. I do not know why your Shifu did not wish to come to the feast. I believe he had his reasons to choose you. Once the feast is over, I will give you the opportunity to take on my mantle. Me? Not happy to hear that. There's a lot of chefs who would pinch themselves awake if they were told they were going to be your apprentice. But I don't understand. Why are you entrusting all the skills you've learned your entire life to only one person? Nonsense. Do you know just how many examinations a Dingfeng Lo head chef puts their prospective students through before they choose an apprentice? Not to mention the fact that my own Shifu was the one who penned the Book of the Foods with recipes from all 4 major cuisines, and has served us well for decades worth of feasts. Out of the hundreds of chefs in this Dingfeng Lo kitchen, who have honed their craft for many years, Shifu chose me to take the reins. Just me. Generations of exquisite artisanship in these hands. You'd let anybody smudge it. But no matter how exquisite the artisanship is, you're making the dish for people to eat. What I mean is teaching a single apprentice who's as good as you really more important than teaching a bunch of chefs who can do a decent job? The more you teach, the more can cook, which means even more of Yan can enjoy tastier food or something. That's enough of your disrespectful rubbish. Focus on your noodles. Oh yeah, every Arknights expansion, we're reading it all, baby. Ugh. The only ones I sometimes skip over are the summer ones because the stories are usually a little bit more laid back, a little bit more memey. Yeah. Have the preparations been made? Human has entered the highest state of alert, and the city defenses are all in position. The citizens have been evacuated, leaving 20,000 soldiers and 3,000 Tianqis able to take to the field at any time. They await your orders. Okay. Let us see if the moons wax or wane in our favor tonight. General, the Grand Commandant's messenger has arrived. At this hour. Where is the message then? He didn't have one. All he had to deliver was a box of mooncakes. He said the Grand Commandant had only one thing to say to you, General. Eat them while they're hot. Don't let them get cold. Wait, mooncakes with the red stuff in them? Isn't that the assassin's poison thing or something? You received my notice, Lord Zhao. Oh, it's this guy. Oh god, here we go. It has been a while. Are you faring well? You. No need to be so tense. This pawn shop has long since closed its doors. No one will be bothering us. Why meet me alone? Shouldn't I be asking you that, Lord Zhao? What do you mean? I opened this pawn shop on a whim during my stay at Bai Zhao, and for a time business was booming. Every day would see customers bring in all sorts of curios, scrolls, precious baubles, and odd gemstones. In the end, many of them were taken by my wandering younger brother and placed within his garden. The most curious thing was that all the customers who came by this shop had one thing in common. They were looking for me. You think far too highly of yourself. Well, since you have come to see me, does that not mean you have something to discuss, Lord Zhao? Perhaps I could answer 1 or 2 questions plaguing you. All I want to know is, why have you come to Bai Zhao? If that convict has decided now is the time to declare war on Yan, all that awaits him is death and destruction. But I'm sure he knows that already. Indeed, my older brother is skilled at the art of the gridded board and naught else, though it is a formidable and well-honed skill at that. Do you still remember the Shan Haizong who appeared in Human, Lord Zhao? During the Sui regulator's analysis of the incident, we noticed traces of another Ferrenmut proxy's actions. Wang is suspected of being involved. What are you trying to say? I'm sure you remember, Lord Zhao, that during that hunt 1,000 years ago, the Ferrenmut of Yan were either put to the sword or banished. Has the Sui regulator ever wondered, considering my brother was able to find one of them, could he perhaps have found more than just one? During the many years since the incident, the Sui regulator have watched closely his every movement within Yan's borders. But have they ever considered the possibility that one of his Wei Qi stones might leave the country? Don't underestimate our intelligence network. The Sui regulator have never stopped keeping an eye on the Ferrenmut outside. If they make any sudden movements, our Farron matologists will surely sense something. I'm sure they did. They should be on their way back to Yan right about now. Please, treat this information as my humble gift to you, Lord Zhao. How you use it is for you to decide. Why are you telling me this? You're one of the convict's conspirators, so why tell us his plans? In truth, though I am indeed in collaboration with my brother, our hearts are not as one. We have our differences. He insists on seeing a victor decided. I, on the other hand, prefer doing my business in a more amicable fashion. As for why I chose you, Lord Zhao, I feel like we are kindred spirits. What? I profess I have some skill in reading people. My intuition tells me we will have the opportunity to do business once again in the future. It is possible that the fate of us siblings will lie in your hands, Lord Zhao. To be able to chat with you on this festive day, even but for a moment, is destiny at work. I hope that in the future you can see me as a man you can discuss things with. He's wheeling and dealing. He's wheeling and dealing. He can see that a massive war is probably going to break out and they're going to lose it. So he's trying to make a deal with them through back channels. Heyo! What's wrong? Sorry, my hand just cramped. Couldn't hold it steady. You seriously? Bah. Sorry, I'll go back to the kitchen and get a new one. Do it quick. The mandarins are all seated already. Once the true lung arrives, the banquet will start. Do you need help, madam? Madam? I'm here for the feast of 100 delicacies. All the mandarins should have already been seated. May I ask why? Forgive me, I was delayed on the road here. I'll head in right away. Please wait a moment. Madam, please show your invitation to the feast. Why? Is me standing here not invitation enough? A routine inspection. I beg your pardon, madam. My lady, you dropped something of yours. Oh, good cover, nice. You? You left in such a rush. How could you not have noticed you dropped something so important? Good thing I spotted it. Ah, Madam Tang of the Ministry of Revenue. Please forgive my earlier impertinence. There are no further issues here, but the feast is about to begin. Please take your seat as quickly as you can. That invitation is a forgery. It will only work the one time. Do take care when you're inside. I know you. You're one of the ladies at the Ning Manor. I'm also a friend of Blaze. I spotted her name on the chef roster and guessed at your plan. The rest you will simply have to beg forgiveness from the true lung after meeting him. But don't you know, if this case is reopened, you'll be ruined. But the one most heavily implicated by the case would be Blaze, no? Didn't you already agree to help her find the truth? What else is there to worry about? Besides, if you really do manage to pull back the curtain on all of this, well, that's what I was after in the first place. Thank you. Actual fireworks! Damn! We have the technology. Despite all my years as a Mandarin, I rarely set foot in the Forbidden City. I see towering palaces press up against the sky, majestic and stately. I see a banquet of incomparable bounty, each and every seat filled. The lamps are as bright as day, even as the moonlight envelopes them. But what I cannot see is who hid away these names. Who does not want to see the truth come to light? I suddenly recall the words. Will you be able to handle the truth? You can't handle the truth. Yu Cheng, what exactly did you see? How strange. The feast has already started, so why is His Imperial Majesty not yet arrived? No need to panic. His Imperial Majesty is busy. Something urgent might have come up. All we can do is wait. I heard he's been ill for a while now. What if it is something to do with that? Shh, stop blabbering. Preposterous. Simply preposterous. Don't you know where we are? What right have you to destruct a court mandarin? What's all this noise about? Dude, this character still looks so sick. I love this design. This man says his assistant minister Tang Jian of the Ministry of Revenue. But we've already checked and every seat under the Ministry of Revenue is already accounted for. I am Tang Jian. None of this he says rubbish. Look, do you see this seal in my hand? Whose name is on it? They have an imposter. All falls silent. 3 blasts of the horn mark the 7th hour of the night. The moons shine bright overhead, their light so clear they wash away all color. All rise. One by one the mandarins stand, looking towards the center of the feast with bated breath, waiting for the one meant to be seated at the head of the table. I have something to report, Your Majesty. Eh? Whoa. Oh, dragon! Whoa. Fire! None knew where the burst of flame came from, but all it needed was a gust of autumn wind to engulf the entire banquet. The flickering flames act like wild beasts, brandishing their fangs and claws as they pace about above the table. The wind blows and the beasts of fire grow and grow and grow with speed. The conflagration bloats and bulges, letting off unsettling noises. Some liken it to shouting, others to laughter. Bizarre flames pour like falling rain, having already tainted the feast of 100 delicacies. They flit and flicker as they climb up the faces of the panicking mandarins. What the? What's going on? Here we go. Here we go. This isn't quite the boss. The boss should be on 8, right? Episode 8? Or Operation 8? Are we going to be able to get a second tank out quick enough? I guess Cantabile might be able to hold this back. The next one's at 20. Yeah, I think Cantabile is just going to have to try and hold this. How much damage does she take? Okay, she might be able to hold. She only blocks 1 though, which is a little sketch. Please kill, please kill, please kill, please kill. Okay, nice. Okay, we can replace her now. Actually, she can stay there. We're gonna do that. I'm back! Lol, what happened when I was gone? A fire broke out in the Feast of the Delicacies. The Feast of 100 Delicacies. And it was dragon-shaped, so I guess we're gonna find out if it's the Sui sibling that's done it, or it's that other Ferren mutt that's made moves. Oh. What are these two down here? Huh. Let's get some rebounding going on. Nice. Oh, wait, they're spawning these things. Wait, what are these? What the?
feel like these are bad. Are we dealing... Oh yeah, we are dealing damage to them. Deal, 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 deal. I think they're just trying to steal our little noodle things over to here. Oh my god, they just got wrecked. Or Blaze just got wrecked. Maybe Dusk can survive this? Mayhaps? We don't have much range damage, so these guys might actually leak through. Oh, hang on, we've got Silver Ash. Maybe? Okay, there we go. Nice. Damn, Dusk dies before she can get her ability off. Dragon, go. Oh. Take him out. Nice, easy. Aren't the Sui siblings parts of a Pheronmut as well? Yes. Yes. They can be combined to create... I don't actually know what the actual Pheronmut's called. I guess it's just the Sui dragon, maybe? Fire! Fire! Assassins! Protect His Majesty! Guards! Guards! Bringing in the first team? Yeah, we got some first team people in the squad now. It's still not full first team yet. We'll probably switch out a bunch of them here soon. Put out that fire. Lock the dining area down. Take care. The source of this fire. Everyone, stay away from the wine in the cups. How did she figure that out? A fire that does not burn hot. Who did this? What are they up to? How did she figure it came from the wine, huh? Ba, ba, ba. Lynn tries to calm down the panicking crowd, but her voice is quickly drowned out by the shouting and screaming. In the midst of the chaos, she spots a familiar face. Dude, even her eyes, the coloring of her eyes is sick too. Their eyes met for only a moment, but she is more sure than anything. That person saw her attempt to cross the line of propriety in front of all. But the target is not her. Blaze. Oh, wait, is she the assassin? No. No, don't make the cool designed person the assassin. Don't make them the bad guy. Or if they're the bad guy, can we maybe put them under correctional facilities at Rhodes Island, maybe? What's going on? What's with all this ruckus? This is bad. I heard some kind of demonic fire broke out at the banquet. No idea how it happened. The guards have the dining area surrounded. No idea what's going on inside, or if His Majesty is hurt. They're talking about cutting the feast short. Lynn. We've been notified of unknown persons infiltrating the feast. We will now be conducting an inspection. I ask that everyone stay where they are and not move. Please cooperate. Damn it. What the hell happened over there, Lizzie? This is bad. I can't leave her to fend to herself. I need to go take a look. Yeah. I mean, the same arguments. So the arguments with Wizardell about being like easy mode, basically switching the game onto easy mode, is the same argument they had for Surtur for a really long time too, right? You would just Surtur it. That's where that meme came from. If you struggled with a level, you would just bring out your max level Surtur and go crazy. So I mean, there's power creep. And now Surtur isn't even the strongest one. She's still good. I'm not gonna lie, Surtur is still good, but she's not as strong as some of the others are. You there! Stop moving!
What do I do? What do I do? I can't get in a fight here. No time to think, damn it.
She just leg it. After her! You like Degenbrecher more than Serta? Yeah. Yeah, Degenbrecher has way more of an impact, I think. Way more of an impact against a lot of enemies, but if you're fighting a boss, Serta just not dying is broken. And being able to deal ungodly amounts of damage in her undying phase. 1st Battalion, 5th Battalion, seal off the southern entrance. 7th and 9th, close the northern gate. Everyone else, sweep the palace from south to north. If you find anyone suspicious, arrest them immediately. Our intel says there are at least 2 culprits working together to ruin the feast, so take care.
So many guards. What a pain. What kind of trouble did you manage to get yourself into here, Lizzie? It sounds like you haven't gotten caught yet, at least. So where the hell are you? This palace is way too big.
Oh.
Why are you here? Shh. I thought you two just wanted to ask His Majesty to reopen the case. How did it come to this? I don't know either. That fire's not our doing. But the timing. You need to leave right away. There's no talking your way out of it if they find you. What I need to do is save Lynn. Let me go look for her. How can I ask you to do something that dangerous? I'm more familiar with the Forbidden City than you are. Even if I do get caught, I'll have some leeway to explain myself. Don't worry, I'll find her. But you still don't trust me. What? Still angry at me? Of course not. Head to the southern exit before the guards seal it off. We'll meet up at the restaurant once we're all out of here. Okay. You take care too. Wait, did the soldiers manage to get a good look at you? Yeah, I think so. That's not good. Oh, I know. Let's swap clothes. Come on, get them off.
Damn, okay. Okay, settle down. Oh, if you have Liscum there to just feed her SP points, yeah. I saw someone running away up ahead. Over there. Are they actually going to outfit swap them in the sprites? They probably not, right? Yeah, didn't think so.
Ah, the dining area has been cleared out. Deputy Minister Lin wouldn't be here. But who started all this at the feast? I hope Blaze managed to make it out by now.
Oh. Oh my god, he's huge! Who's this guy? Why is she here? These two. Is this fate at work? Dude's massive!
Looks like it's not too far away now. Wonder how things are going over on their side.
Found you! Who's there? Oh.
So it was you.
Where's her chainsaw? She needs to pull her chainsaw out.
Damn, that's one hell of a sword. You're not dressed like your average soldier. What are you, a general? Save the chatter. So you're the one Lin has been hiding behind her back. But why would she bring you to the Forbidden City? So I know it's impolite to barge in on someone else's banquet, but would you believe me if I said we didn't mean anything bad by it? What I'm trying to say is that this was all a misunderstanding. There is no misunderstanding here. The Imperial Guard have been searching for you for 40 years. You are her descendant. What are you talking about? Whose descendant? Who's her? You really don't know? No, it seems you're not lying. All this time you've been hidden away and nobody thought to tell you about your history. Got me there. I'm pretty curious about it, not gonna lie. Anyone I can ask about it. But seriously, the Imperial Guard looking for me? 40 years ago, only a single child was unaccounted for in the family of a treasonous Mandarin. What are you talking about? Blaze, I need to confirm something. You were born in 1062 in Victoria, right? Yeah, from as far back as I can remember, I lived in Victoria. Your father seemed to have been spending a lot of time pursuing a certain truth in the last few years of his life. What if you found out everything around you was one big lie? What? You're talking nonsense. Baizu. You are a person of interest. We'll figure out what to do with you after questioning. Come with me. Oh, forget that. You're no weakling, it seems. I might not be able to take you in without hurting you. If you don't wish to be harmed, then surrender immediately. I'm not in the mood for jokes right now. Oh shit, is Lizzie gonna come and join the fight too? Huh. Didn't I tell you to save yourself if something happened? Lynn? Lynn's eyes meet Blaze's. She understands what has happened, but all she has to offer is silence. She turns and stands in front of Blaze, shielding her. Your deeds at the Judicial Review Office are worthy of my respect, Deputy Minister Lynn, and I was kind enough to remind you before. It seems you have decided to completely ignore my warning. I am perfectly aware of what I'm doing. I don't need your reminders. You know who she really is, yet to go so far as to protect the descendant of a traitorous Mandarin. Why? For the truth. The truth you are all too afraid to talk about. Lynn, what are you two talking about? What do you mean? I'm the descendant of a traitor? My dad? Who is he? Why did he die? Forgive me. I was planning to tell you everything after tonight. But it seems now is not a good time. I'll make it up to you later however you like, provided we make it out of here alive, that is. She'll be coming with me tonight. As long as I am here, she will not. Forget that. You'll need 3 of you to simply obstruct me. Lynn! Go already. A burst of lightning blasts open a hole in the palace wall. Before the dust has even settled, a somewhat gentler blast of energy strikes Blaze. She is sent flying out of the Forbidden City, falling towards a distant patch of ground. Blaze has done these sort of high-altitude leaps countless times before as a form of dynamic entry into the battlefield, or wherever happened to need her. She has never once felt fear. She believed in her own strength and in her many friends. There was never any confusion in her mind either. She knew who she was. She knew where she must go. She knew what she believed in. There is no plot that can hold her back her heat, just like how the mist of dawn cannot hide away the sun. But now, what awaits her is no longer solid ground, but an endless abyss. She closes her eyes. Where'd she end up going? What? Where? Ningyin lies on the bed, her breathing faint. The crutch in the old man's hand shudders, and he nearly falls over. After having seen so many things across so many years, he thought nothing more in this world could shock him. His lips open and close, yet try as he might, he can make no sound. Until someone in the shadows begins to speak first. She yet lives. It's you. Stay your steps, Mr. Ning. Come no closer. You never saw me tonight, and she never left the house. But why? She intruded upon the feast of 100 delicacies. She was with that girl when I discovered her. If she had run into anyone else, she would not still be alive. Impossible. 40 years. I can't believe it's you again. 40 years ago, you left her here. Now you save her life once more. Save her from a terrible fate. Fate. This must be fate. There's no escaping it. There never was. I did not leave her here for her sake. It was you who saved her, Mr. Ning. You once swore an oath to never let anyone know the truth of this case in exchange for her name. But it seems you are now wavering when it comes to past vows. The True Lung will know of tonight's events. The choice is yours, Mr. Ning. A gust of wind, and it was like nobody was even there. The old man stands in stunned silence. His daze is interrupted as he hears a sound coming from outside the courtyard walls. A sound like roaring, like weeping, like admonishment. I must be going mad. It's autumn. Why do I hear cicadas? Where? How did I get here? Oh, finally awake, I see. I knew you were one tough feline. Look at you, as lively as a fin on a line. Jiang was making a fuss about calling a doctor. He was shouting so hard he forgot what time it was. How long was I out? Wait, where are they? Lin, did Ning Ying come by here? Seriously, how did I get here? Alright, slow down. I don't even know where to start with all these questions. Last night I was on my way to the night market to get some cheap veggies when I found you lying down in the middle of the street. Thought you were drunk at first. I was worried you'd freeze to death or something, so I brought you back here. You were cursing up a storm in your sleep. Hypocrite this, swindler that, and a lot more besides. I don't know where you managed to learn such creative Yanese. The Ning Yin you mentioned, and whoever this Lin is, never seen them before, so I don't know if they were here. I need to go find them. Whoa, 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 where are you going? The Forbidden City. I just saw a whole bunch of guards patrolling around there. You think you can still get in? I don't care, I have to go. Who do you think you're going to find after having lost yourself like that? What are you talking about? Just speaking the truth here. You lost yourself, yeah? You don't know where yourself has gone, where it's wandered off to. You hear a few words from someone else and wouldn't you know it? You barely even know your own name, much less who you are. Such absurdity. A tangerine seed is blown from Jianan to Jianbai, where it takes root and yields fine fruit. What let this seed grow so well wasn't Jianan or Jianbai, but decades worth of rain and sun. It's ultimately the same fruit. Jianan and Jianbai might not be the same place, but an orange is an orange. Doesn't matter where you eat it. All things begin, all things end. There is the outer truth and the inner truth. Once you figure that out, then you can get back to asking you questions. Do you know something about all this? What do you know? Tell me. What do I know? I'm a chef. All I know is how to season my ingredients, how to boil stuff, stir-fry stuff, regular fry stuff. Oh, right. Seeing you reminded me of something. Weren't you trying to find authentic tangerine cakes? I think I know how to make those. What? What? What's he up to, huh? Alright, this is the boss fight, I'm pretty sure. Let's just make sure it is the boss fight, because if it's not the boss fight and there's a few more levels, a few more operations to go, I might save it till later, but I think it is going to be the boss fight. Oh no, there is a 9. Oh. Okay, and we get the new character, nice. You know what? Or 9 is the BF. Yeah, the boss fight. Yeah, it looks like 9 is the boss fight. I think I'm gonna leave 8, 9 and the final story till tomorrow. I think I'll leave those last 3 stages till tomorrow. I think that's better planning. It'll probably be a shorter stream tomorrow because I have a feeling we'll get through them pretty quickly. But yeah, I think that's probably best. What did we get? We got through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, we got through 5 stages today. That's a fair amount. That's a fair amount. Yeah, I think I'll save it till tomorrow. Yes. This also gives me a chance to spend these resources and maybe bring Blaze or bring you into Elite 2. I don't think I've got quite enough to be able to do that, but we shall see. We shall see. But yeah, that's where I'm going to end it for tonight. Tomorrow there will be a stream. Usually there's not, but tomorrow there will be as we finish off Such Is the Joy of Our Reunion. And we'll do the boss fight then and to finish it off. Cool. Alrighty. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.